BaturDays. BaturDays. Omnidog in the Minister of Comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the bat. BaturDays. 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 In the BatCave.
What up? Heyo, it's Omnidog and Johnny from
What up,
Dying
dude?
Breed Collectors, who's wearing a black and white cookie on his head.
Always, dude. Yeah, I gotta match the colors of the business. You know what I mean? It's like a Batman with his bat symbol. It's all in sync. That's me, dude. All in sync.
Sure, okay, you keep telling yourself that. Okay.
Yeah, me and Batman. That's it.
Yeah, okay. So
Hey.
we got Johnny. Johnny, how would you describe your business? What do you do? What is your business?
I am a comic dealer. I've settled on that title. That is what I like. I heard one of my fellow sellers at a convention say that one time, and I was like, yes, I am a comic book dealer. I deal all things comic book, collected editions, manga, that stuff. That's what I do.
So not just Omnis, but all kinds of collected editions. You set up where for this?
Yeah, conventions has kind of become my bread and butter. I really enjoy doing that. I still sell on eBay, and like, man, maybe one day I'll get that website working where I have stuff available. Maybe I won't. We'll see. Because I recently, I'm sure we'll get deeper into this, but I had switched over from Penguin to Diamond. Did you know that? Was that a thing that you knew?
No.
Yes. So I did that, and that kind of, there was a problem with that. So that kind of, for a while there, I was having a really hard time getting Omnibus, like worse than usual. So
because you went to Diamond to get your books?
yeah, so basically like everything, you know about this part where everything from Penguin was just coming way too damaged, like way too often. So I stopped using them. And then why I went with Diamond is they offer a you can go and pick up the books from a warehouse instead of having them delivered to like your location. In my instance, it's my house. Except when I first opened the account, they messed something up on their end and ended up sending everything to my house like they weren't to for like 3 months, and everything was arriving damaged just like it was with Penguin. So we finally got it sorted out, but it was like I spent months transitioning, and then the same thing happened. It was just it sucked. So
who are you getting your books from now?
So it is from Diamond still, but it is like they're doing it the right way where they're sending them to the warehouse. I'm actually picking more up on Monday, and it's like the third month in a row where they've done the right thing. So like that's
okay,
really, really good. Yeah. Because they ship them on a pallet then. Also, wait, James Abel asked a question right before we started. He asked if I bought the Ghost Rider Marvel Legends. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I pre-ordered that thing. Did you, Jess?
No, I have a Mezco Ghost Rider that lights up, so I stuck with that.
Okay.
That cost me real money, so I'm sticking with that. I need to post that on Instagram, which I've had set up for 6 months now, and I haven't posted it on Instagram. That's how much I suck at Instagram. Let's see. Sazmer's claiming you're a really nice guy.
Did you buy the Superman Death of Superman bundle for me this year? Are you that guy? I think you are. Let me know if that's what you bought. Because if it is him, he did bring you up and he said he recognized me from your show. So I think this is gonna be
I think it probably was Sazmer, because I think he's the one that at very fine conditions panel, he dropped my name a couple times there too.
Sick. Hey, at least you got a name worth dropping, right? That's something.
Now, this is a good point from Lionheart. I noticed this. I already owned it, but the Daredevil Companion, I think, is what he meant. The Daredevil Companion DM cover sold out real quick on in-stock trades. Has it been a hot book for you too, that DM cover?
Yeah, I'm actually getting mine on Monday, so I didn't get mine yet, but I did notice that they sold out because I do check those things and see who else what sold quick, but it's still available for order. So I bet they get a restock. I don't know. If I had to put money on it, I bet they're going to get more because they're still available. So if I can get them, so can they.
Yeah, and you can also get it at organic price books with code Omnidog, $2 off. I even use this code myself. 5% off shipping 4 more books together. Omnidog, sit.
Dude, JP's, since the last time I've talked to you, him and I have chatted a few times. He's a cool dude, man. I'd rather be friends with my fellow people on my peers, than be like, we're enemies. We all sell different stuff. It's okay. There's enough room. He's a cool dude.
Keep
I like
friends close and your enemies closer. That's what I've always heard.
That's why you and I are pals, buddy. You know what I'm saying? I like you. That's the truth.
And he got some Omnis this week. Flash by Mark Waid. Superman the Silver Age. Nice. And Dark Crisis on Infinite Earths, which I still have not read. But you could say that about 80% of my stuff. Emiliano saw you at C2E2 also.
Emiliano's the man, dude. He's been with me since like the beginning. He's like an OG customer at this point. He's a cool dude. I've seen him at a few shows. He's bought from me online. Nice dude. Yeah, cool guy. I like him. I've really enjoyed, I got to say, like, it's been really cool meeting the people, more than just him who I know through the online chat, and then I get to meet them in person. It's really nice. I'm glad people come up and say, hey, and stuff. It's very cool.
Here's my cookie buddy, Kane.
Nice.
Gary, another evening of batteries in the BatCave. Oh, you're watching Svengoolie and leftover paperwork from the work week. Let's go. Okay, well, I hope we're your favorite choice.
Now, Svengoolie is a Chicago thing, right? I'm not just making that up. That's like a big thing here, or was. I'm pretty sure he's from here. It films from here, I think.
I know who Svengoolie is, but I don't know that I get him.
Okay.
Yeah,
it might be like local. I'm really not sure about that.
And DH, who is a saint, Lord Humongous, has been fed and bathed, and somehow I still get wetter than the critters. Yes. Doug rescues everything from cats and dogs to iguanas and rattlesnakes. So he is a saint on this earth. Mr. Awesome asking the important question. Any furries in the chat? The big furry. Why did I regret highlighting that already. The big furry convention in Pittsburgh sold out in 12 minutes. Biggest one in the country. Okay, any furries in the chat?
I think there's one here in Chicago this weekend too, because my wife was saying she saw a bunch of people dressed up as furries by the convention center today. So it usually means an anime convention. So it's weird.
But anime and furries, I think, are a little different.
Yeah, you might
peace
be right.
and love, peace and love. I don't want to. I want to make sure any furries are listening to this know that I say this with peace and love. But anime cosplayers and furry cosplayers are two completely different beasts. My nephew, namesake Ryan Brack, is reading Black Cat. Nice.
Kenneth Crayley Jr. has an awesome question about Superman, and I know you like Superman, so I think we should answer that question.
I won't say how you feel about Superman,
but I will agree with him because I think the 80s and early 90s are the best era of comic books, period. So yes, I would probably put Superman in there.
Okay. Justin Johnny, which era of Superman comics do you consider the best? For me, it's the late 80s to the mid 90s. Early to mid 2000s, DC Rebirth, and this current. Well, that's pretty much almost everything, Kenny.
Well, no, that's missing the first 50 years of it. I mean, or 40 years.
I guess so. That's okay.
But it is a lot. But I would say the 80s to 90s, that's the sweet spot of comic books, man. I think it's firing at full cylinders.
I think it depends. I think it depends on the personal. Yeah. Okay. So that's what you like. I have loved Superman for like my entire life, and I still think my favorite run is his Rebirth run. That's still with John, his son, and married to Lois. The end of the New 52 leading into that was actually really interesting, and DC took a chance on it being interesting, and it was interesting and fun, and I really loved it. I love all John Byrne stuff. Now I do a show. Oh, I'm due to. Oh my gosh, Jessica and I haven't done a show yet, and then I haven't even announced. Okay, wait, I got to write myself a note here. I haven't announced the book club book. Okay, book club and Superman show with Jessica. I got to get a hold of her because we reviewed last time we were on. She and I reviewed Kurt Busiek's Superman. And I think that's coming out later this year in a big collected format, maybe a deluxe, absolute something.
Do you want me to check? I can. It's up to you.
Yeah, sure. Look up Busiek's Superman. I think let's see how fast Johnny can move his retailer fingers.
I can move faster than my computer. That's the problem. This thing's slow as hell today. Yeah, I'll check Lunar, see what they got.
Okay. It may just be a really big deluxe because it is quite a chunk of books that he did.
Dude, how about them DC? What are they calling them? I want to say essential, but I know I'm wrong. What are they calling them? They're like the epics, but they're not. DC's finest.
Yeah. What are we thinking of? They just announced those and they're coming out later this year. What are we thinking of?
Oh, are you kidding me? Oh, I gotta switch back to this screen. Dude, I am so excited to have those. That to me, those like when people ask at conventions, that's what I'm always thinking. What people are
DC
asking. Oh,
finest.
There we go. How do I start Batman? How do I start Superman? Now I can give you a collected edition and say right here, these are great jump on points. Yeah, I'm excited about. Are you excited? I mean, I wish they were omnibus, but they're not. So
I'll have to see what they I'll have to see what the books are and what they collect.
Mm-hmm.
If it's stuff I don't have and it's a continuous story, then yeah, I'd be happy to grab it. Are we still looking for Busiek's Superman?
Yeah, I got it right here. It does look like it's a standard size hardcover. It comes out July 16th and it collects.
Boo.
Yeah, it's $50 though for a standard hardcover. That's rough.
Well, it's got to have like 7 stories in there because there's like 7 trades of it in a hardcover.
Well, there's 837 through 843 of Action Comics. That's what, 7 issues. Oh yeah, it's Superman 650 to 658. That's 9 issues. Man of Steel Annual 5, Superman Secret Identity 1 through 4. That's probably a whole mini series. And World's Finest 30. Yeah, so that's pretty thick. You're right. It doesn't have a page count though on here, unfortunately.
Secret Identity is his like Elseworlds book.
Okay, 704 pages, by the way. I did find it.
Okay, that's a lot for $50. I'm sorry it's standard, but here's my problem. Now that this was 5 minutes ago that I started addressing this, but first of all, Secret Identity is one of my favorite Superman books of all time, and I'm glad it's included in that hardcover.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at Busiek's run, Jessica and I noticed it's pretty much monster of the week in every single story. Mm-hmm. It's a monster punch up, and I feel it just, as much as I love Kurt Busiek, he's written some of my favorite books. After a while, I got kind of tired of just, here's this new threat, here's how he does it, here's how he takes care of it. And also, it included the worst hairstyle. This is not Kurt Busiek's fault. Worst hairstyle ever for Lois Lane.
What is it?
I don't even know. It was like super short and flat on her head with angles. It looked awful. Anyway, I'm sure that's sexist or something.
You're fine. Hey, speaking of hair and Superman, how do you feel about the ponytail Superman? I saw I was reading an article about it yesterday for some reason, or like a portion of an article. What are your thoughts on long hair Superman? Maybe it was in a video.
Was that when ponytail Superman?
Yeah, like when Clark Kent has the ponytail. Yeah, I guess Superman has it. Looks more like, it almost looks like a Jerry curl, almost the way it's drawn.
When was this?
The 80s, 90s. Like
was this when he came back from? I feel like when he came back from dying, he had a mullet.
Yeah. Oh, you know what? Yeah, you know what it was? I was watching a YouTube video on X-Men 97, and they were talking about how Magneto has the long hair, and they're like, yeah, so it's a time in comics when everyone had long hair, including Superman. And I was like, I never thought of it that way, but you're right. They were like in the late 80s and 90s, they were giving everyone long hair. Yes, super mullet. Doug
I don't
McAdams.
remember that he had it pulled back in a ponytail though. That's funny.
I swear, yeah, like when he was Clark Kent. Yeah, so it's interesting.
Um,
I don't know if it's a good segue, but did you finish 97? I know we talked about it.
Oh yeah, I did. Yeah,
Oh.
I did. Yeah, we discussed it at length on Omnibros on Wednesday. I loved the whole thing. It was great.
Yeah. Do you think how high do you rank Batman the Animated Series? And if you had to rank animated series, I had that as my number one, and this might have superseded it, which is crazy.
Mr. Awesome's gonna jam me up because I still haven't finished Batman the Animated Series. I have like 5 episodes left, but I love it. I can see why kids growing up at the time and even adults at the time loved it.
Yeah.
So I can't really say yet, but this X-Men 97 had real consequences. So I have to say for a cartoon animated series, this thing for the first season anyway had real consequences. So I really loved it.
I'm really glad they didn't incorporate, because I don't want to spoil this for anybody, so I'll say it the least spoilery way I can. Like what John Hickman did in the Krakoa era, when you could like bring out certain characters. I kind of thought that's where they were going to go with this, and they didn't, and I'm really glad they didn't, because you're right. Then there's consequence. If you have it with the Hickman way, there's no consequence. It takes away the stakes, in my opinion.
Yeah, exactly. That's why it was so cool.
Yes.
Let's see. First, I want to address something that Sato76 says. Omnidog is back. Where's my boy Freddie Alonso so we can drive Omnidog crazy again with Animal Man Gate? Oh, now you say that now that you have the book and the action figure. Sato, how dare you? How dare you? Okay. That was just an aside.
Yeah.
I had to go after him. Doc Elevator's here. William Lee's here. Emiliano's blaming you for the Berserk journey.
Do you know that's the one book I tell everybody I have no problem pushing on people? I'm not a big pusher of books. I'm like, nah, you like what you like. But if somebody gives me a little wiggle room to push Berserk, I will do it. I know you didn't care for it, but that's strange. I don't know.
This wasn't my thing. Manga's
this wasn't your thing. That's okay.
Yeah. Manga's just not my thing. Svenguli's from Chicago, but it is syndicated across the country. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
It's on MeTV, Svengulia.
Yeah, that is correct.
I think I do have that somewhere. Booster. Yeah, punks. You must be talking to the chat.
Oh, yeah.
Not us. Okay, House of Brainiac storyline in the current Superman books has been really good. I need to get up there. I need to catch up. I'm in the middle of my X-Men readathon. I'm about 5 books into Trials of X. And once I finish all that, then I'm going to start with Superman and Batman and get also caught up with that. And yes, James, but that's not for a couple weeks still. I have plenty of time to procrastinate on that. My show with Webhead. I'll definitely procrastinate on that.
What's the Black Swordsman trailer that Josh Greathouse is referring to? Is there a new manga of or anime, excuse me, of Berserk? It's
you're asking the wrong guy. Just a sec.
I'm hoping he answers. Yeah.
Okay, now we're getting into the weeds here. Threatening a mod, bold choice. Yes, secret identity is fire. I will let you back onto my good side because of that, Sato. Bunk and Bob above is just upset they never win anything from Omnidog like you. Bob's your uncle? Bob whom?
James Abel, my man. He's got the link. And thank you, Josh. I saw you answered the question. Appreciate you.
Okay, I'm almost there. Super Mullet. When it comes to Superman, this is Lars from Norway. When it comes to Superman, All-Star Superman, Kurt Swan's from the 70s. Totally agree on that. The 70s, my favorite Superman started right with, D.H. McAdams just said it up here. Started right with this Kryptonite Nevermore, and then went for like 3 years and was the best.
Actually, I'm glad you just reminded me. I wanted to ask you, Jess, with Neil Adams' Superman, did he ever pencil the interiors, or was it mostly covers? I know I could look it up, but it's more fun to talk about it.
I know he in that run that the Kryptonite Nevermore, that was, I think, Kurt Swan and Murphy Anderson. And at the same time, I believe Neil Adams was busy falling behind schedule on Batman.
Okay.
So it's possible he did some Superman, but the most Superman I recall is when he was doing World's Finest, like in 68 through and 69, when he did Batman and Superman. But somebody can correct me in the chat.
Do you think he's the best artist ever? Is he your favorite? I know you talk about how he changed the game so much. Like, if you had to rank people, maybe you don't rank them like I do. I like to rank things.
Let's see. I would say his stuff from my childhood is probably my favorite. Yeah, I would say that. I know that there's a lot of current artists that I love, a lot of past artists. I'm trying to think who. Let's see if we can figure out our top 5 artists.
Oh, my wife is here with an iced tea for me. I'm going to grab that real quick.
Oh, no. Have her on screen so we can see how beautiful she is. This is crazy. Wait till you see how pretty this girl is. Married to Johnny.
Oh, she doesn't want to. She's being I'll just post a picture of her later.
Go get your iced tea. That's all right.
Thank you, sweetie. I'll get the other one later.
I hope DC Finest give us other genres other than superheroes. That has been a big flaw of Marvel's Epic line. I just limited at number 1, but X-Men 97 was perfect. X-Men 97 was great.
Yeah, I would agree with those statements.
Oh, Johnny, did you see the Black Swordsman? A new Berserk.
Yeah. No, I didn't. Yeah, I'm gonna watch it after this.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, I did draw Superman versus Muhammad Ali. That is true.
Oh, I have that. I have that.
I have a
right over there on my coffee table.
Nice, good call.
That's true.
Good call, Gary.
True Graphic from Canada. Good day, eh? Ooh. Good to have you in the chat.
Oh, hey, Canada guy. I missed your name. Who do you have for the game tonight? Edmonton or Vancouver? Just put it in the chat.
It's a woman. I don't know that she's into hockey necessarily.
Whoa. I don't know. She's Canadian. My money's on she is, but we'll see. We'll see.
Okay. True Graphic. Am I being sexist? Am I just assuming you're not into the sport? You are Canadian. Canadians are crazy about hockey.
Am I being racist by assuming that you like it? I don't know. I don't know. I don't think so.
I would say Williamson is doing really well in Superman in this era of writers. Of course, PKJ, which I have to read. Okay. Here's this.
Yeah, I'm gonna definitely watch that. I'm stoked. That sounds
okay.
Cool.
Josh equals Bob. Okay. Here's a 1 paragraph thing, rare from Next Imagine. Long-haired 90s Superman was refreshingly hip, in my opinion. Hopefully, he'll receive another makeover soon after the gun Superman-driven corporate synergism campaign has died down by 2026.
And I will say, sometimes it is good to remember, maybe it's funny for us to think about it now, oh yeah, just a ponytail and long hair. At the time, that was hip and that is cool, and so that is a reflection of the era. It's not like a weird decision that didn't make sense at the time. So you should take that into account.
You think you're better than Kirby?
Whoa.
James, could you please capture this right here? Now that Great House thinks I don't even care if he's being sarcastic. He put it in print. He thinks he's better than Kirby. Wow, Josh, really? I'm going to call you Bob now. That's why. Oh, wait. I think in some stories like New 52, the Snyderverse, in the modern era, focus on the idea of Superman more than just the character of Superman. That's why I love DC Rebirth. Yeah, Dawn of DC, Superman and Lois and Adventures of Superman. It gets the character right without changing the character. That's actually a really good point, Kenny. He did, and I can go over there to my coffee table to grab it. I agree with this. It would be cool to see some Sergeant Rock and Haunted Tank in those DC Finest books. Food time. What, Johnny? What's your favorite ice cream topping?
Well, I did work at a Dairy Queen for about 12 years, so I'm very qualified to answer this question.
That's right. We did talk about that.
So wait, check this. One summer, I did do a thing where I tried every Blizzard on the menu, and I brought in something that wasn't on the menu. I brought in Rice Krispie treats, and I mixed those with the marshmallow. Bro, unequivocally, that was the best one. If you can, so Rice Krispie treat and marshmallow mixed with vanilla ice cream, far and away the best.
Well, how does the regular person get that? Do they serve that now?
You're gonna have to make friends with the people at your local DQ. That's what you got to do.
PKJ Action is my favorite Superman I've read. Booster, I have the Booster recommendations set aside in there in the small room in the library, and I'm going to read your recommendations. Let's see. It was Stargirl. It was JSA. It was City Boy, and the two other books, the two other Asian Pacific books, and the Unstoppable Doom Patrol or whatever it was. I'm going to read those, and I'm going to give you credit for favorite artists ever. Okay, Jim Lee, George Perez, Steve McNiven, Mark Silvestri, John Semmel. AS is here, right on. Good to see you. I wouldn't, yeah, because you'd eat everything at Dairy Queen, right, Doug? Same with me.
You get sick of it.
Ed McGinnis will always be one of the Superman greats in my book. It used to be, I don't know if it's this way. Are you familiar with C's Candy? It's a famous chocolate.
No.
Okay. It's a famous chocolate maker that I think is based. I grew up with it. I think it's based in San Francisco. I don't know where it is now, but it was all over the place in California. And growing up, I always heard that they let all the workers in their first week eat as much C's Candy as they wanted.
Really?
Because that way they get sick of it and then never eat it again. So I don't know if that's urban legend or not.
I don't think it's a bad strategy.
Yeah, Booster, we'll see. One thing we were going to talk about is action figures.
Oh.
We're not done talking about comics. We're going to work in action figures.
Yes.
Johnny's newfound love for Marvel Legends.
Oh yeah.
And and we'll be talking comics, don't worry. But this is what you can do. Let me get a white background so you can see. You get these effects. This is a Stepford Cuckoo, and you get these effects that you put on the back of her head, like she's sending out her telepathic wave.
Psychic waves. Yup, dude.
These are cool.
I dig that hardcore, actually. I like that a lot. And
wait till you see. Now, do you collect Spidey figures?
Yeah, I haven't delved too much in yet. So far, I have Black Suit Spidey, and then I also got the retro card one, and then I also got the 2-pack VHS of Carnage and the Black Suit Spidey with the cell shading. Yeah, that one I really wanted. And then I do have the cell shaded retro Venom, but the new one that they just announced, I actually think looks cooler because it has like the McFarlane head. So I'm gonna wait till I get that one to open it.
This is what you can get for your Spidey head.
Spidey sense. I love that.
Spidey sense. You just stick it, and it comes with sticky tack, so you can stick it on the back of their heads.
That's
I have
perfect.
about 800 Spidey figures, so these I just finally uncovered these.
Did you get the new retro Scarlet Spider? Scarlet Spider.
I have Scarlet Spider already, so I didn't think I needed two.
That makes sense. That's fair. Okay.
And I don't think my Mr. Sinister is cell shaded.
Yeah, they have one that isn't. Is it more metallic blue than like a light blue?
Let me go get it. I know right where he is. Just a sec.
Also, I wrote down my top 5 favorite artists, so I guess I'll say that while he's gone.
Okay.
Number 5, Gene Colan. Dude, his interior pencils are sick. Like, Yeah, dude, Tomb of Dracula. I slept on that series until I realized it was Gene Colan, and dude, it's a great series to collect. Number 4, David Mazzucchelli, because he's like an actual like trained artist. Like he's amazing.
Yeah.
Number 3, Neil Adams, because straight up, dude, like every time I see his work, especially like original pencils, like it blows me away.
Yeah.
2, Jim Lee, probably nostalgia. Like I think he is pretty badass, especially his work on
He's
X-Men.
a great artist. He's really great.
And then number 1 is Mark Silvestri. I just like his covers. I do like his work on Wolverine, and I've met him a few times, and he's a cool dude. He's a fucking cool dog. I swear, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, you can swear. I don't swear, but I let my guests do whatever they want.
Cool. Yeah, he's a really cool dude. I would pay to meet him again. He was awesome.
Did you pay to meet him first?
I mean, I paid for the. You have to pay to meet him. I paid $10 for the autograph or whatever.
Oh yeah.
I actually did buy a remark from him. I do have an original piece of art from Silvestri. He drew me a Wolverine head, Wolverine sketch.
Wow, that's boss.
That is really cool. Yeah, and it's to Johnny Boy from Mark Silvestri. I love that. I like getting the stuff personalized so that like there's no chance I resell it later because like that was meant for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something I don't want to flip.
Okay, that you bring up a good point because my number 2 artist would be Adam Hughes.
Okay.
I'm a huge Adam Hughes fan, and I flew out in 2018 because at the time he wasn't doing many conventions, and so this was like a rare time for me to see him at Torpedo Comics. So Gabe was working there at the time, and Gabe and I had fun, and I had him personalize a bunch of books because they were grading stuff right there.
Yeah, yeah.
So the only things I had graded that he signed, and of course his signature, it couldn't be easier. It's just AH exclamation point again. But the only reason I had those graded was because I wanted to keep them safe.
Yes.
Because I got a bunch of Watchmen covers signed. I got his Betty and Veronica's signed. And then he super personalized. He did a Harley Quinn for me and personalized that. But then there's this Emma Frost cover that he did for, I think, X-Men Black #1. And
okay.
I gotta find it. It's in my Adam Hughes box, which there are actually 2 short boxes of Adam Hughes covers. Whoa. If you're not listening, sweetie, I don't have any issues. I don't have any floppies. No, I don't have any floppies, sweetie. Okay, so he drew. So it's Emma like sitting back, and it's a white cover, a white virgin cover, and he block lettered, "I know what you're thinking." He took like 5 minutes to do that.
That's sick.
It was really cool. Yeah. So he's definitely number 2. I love Adam Hughes. I also love, hang on, I have something right here. David Nakayama.
Oh, dude, I love Magic, dude. Ileana is one of my favorite characters.
Same. Yeah, I love Emma. I love Magic. I love X-23. And yes, I'm aware these are not real people, that these are just fictional characters. I love Scarlet Witch, and I love Rogue.
Okay. I'm a Storm guy. Storm's my fave.
So I met him at Heroes Con, David Nakayama. Super nice guy. And I've kept up sort of an Instagram posting friendship with him, because I got a bunch of the covers that he signed, and I framed them and I hung them up in the other room. And so I showed him that. I posted that on Instagram. I tagged him, and he was super humble and was super excited that actually I did that, which
That's cool.
Makes me like him even more. He's really cool. David Nakayama. He is a really cool guy. Okay, so that's 3.
Hey, you just mentioned Heroes Con. Are you going? Are you going to be there or no? It's in a month.
I'm not. It's going to depend. That's always a last minute decision, seeing how I feel.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm trying to look at my comic rack and see who else I love. I love Jenny Frison.
Okay.
And I know these are modern, but these are the modern floppies.
Well, what? If you like modern, you like modern. That's cool.
Okay, look at this cover.
Is that the same artist you just mentioned?
No, this is Nathan Zerdy. I like him a lot too. I like Art Germ a lot. I'm just talking about covers now. I've completely flipped the conversation into covers that I like.
That's okay. Doug McAdams just mentioned Barry Windsor Smith. Dude, I was trying to, that was tip of the tongue in my brain. Yeah, he would have been strong in contention on my book too.
Here's Magic again by Art Germ.
Art Germ. Like, I don't know. Wait, I just got to tell you what I think of with that guy's name. Back when I first was working at an LCS, like before I like opened Dying Breed, whenever we'd get that guy's books in, I would just call him Artajim for some reason, and it became like an inside joke between me and the other guy who worked there. I'm like, "Oh, you got them Artajim books?" And he was like, "That's not a real person." And every time I hear Artajim, I just think of that stupid. No one else gonna think it's funny, so sorry to do that, but it's what I think.
Okay, yeah. Whoa, way to slow the stream down. Here, is he self shaded?
No, that's the. Yeah, that's the other one. So the one I have, it's the same body, it's the same mold, but it's a different color. It's a different color.
It's got like cell shading on the side of the face, right? Is that what I'm thinking?
Not on his face, but like on his hair, on his body. Yeah, like everywhere except his face, actually. Yeah. So it was in the VHS box. All the VHS boxes have the cell shading.
Okay, and that's from the cartoons, right?
Yeah.
The cell shaded things are from cartoons.
So I just got this. Yeah, and I just got the Mystique figure from the VHSs, and she's fucking awesome. And the Morph figure is cool too. Love Morph. Always loved Morph. Do you like Morph? Do you have any feelings about Morph?
He was hilarious in the X-Men '97. He was
excellent,
hilarious.
Oh, you know what I was so happy to find out? Okay, if anybody didn't catch this, the guy voicing Professor X now, I believe his name is pronounced Ross Marquand, and you would recognize him from maybe The Walking Dead. He was on there, or he played the Red Skull in Endgame and Infinity War when it wasn't Hugo Weaving because Hugo didn't come back. So that actor is the guy who voiced Professor X. He's really talented with the voices, which is why I think they hired him, because he kind of did like it almost sounded like Hugo Weaving, man. Like he really went out of his way to sound like Hugo Weaving. So I think he's a good voice actor. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, and I hate him because he's also incredibly handsome. So I'm not a fan of his at all. No, I'm kidding, of course. Enough. Here is AS Marble Slab Ice Cream Sweet Cream with chocolate chips mixed in, 10 out of 10.
I like the chocolate chips mixed in there.
I think there's only 2 Stargirl books out, and I think they're both by Jeff Johns. But the one that Booster's telling me to buy is the one that sort of goes right with the current JSA Golden Age that's out. It's like 1 through 6 or 1 through 5. It's part 1 of 2, the JSA Golden Age stuff. Here's Mary M. How's it going? Best artist is hard. Darwin Cook, Stan Sakai. Okay, you're not even limiting it to 5. You're just
making a list.
Yeah, what's happening here? Here's a fan of Carl Barks. Yep.
Oh, yeah.
I have that MODOK where he's got the hamburgers just shooting into his mouth. That's a great figure.
It's not based off the movie version, right? Please tell me it's a comic version. Or something, not the movie, not the Ant-Man movie version. I don't want that as a toy.
I don't know. Is he dressed as I haven't seen the latest Ant-Man movie. Is he dressed up like Elvis?
No, it's a really bad CGI job of a dude's face stretched out. It's the guy who was do you care about spoilers or no?
Yeah, I haven't seen the movie yet. I forgot it even existed. Okay. No, he's dressed up like Elvis and he's got a bunch of burgers shooting in his mouth. It's really kind of funny.
That's cool. No, that sounds way cooler.
I don't know what the one is you're talking about. Is that in the latest Ant-Man movie?
Yeah.
Or the MODOK?
Quantumania, yeah. Yeah. The chat's gonna back me on this one. Yeah, it's already starting. It's disturbing. Yeah, there we go. This is good. Hey, are you a Ninja Turtles guy? Do you collect any Ninja Turtles toys? I don't know your feelings on that. No,
I used to when I read the IDW series 1 through 12. I liked it a lot, but I wasn't going to reread it, and I don't think it's as much. The whole thing is it's not part of my childhood like it is guys your age.
Correct. I can understand.
I can see almost everybody in the chat probably it's in their childhood. Ninja Turtles, Batman the Animated Series.
That's me.
And since I'm older, not old, I'm older. It's not. I understand the appeal because the books were great.
Yeah,
but I'm not a super huge fan. I get why people like them so much.
Well, I think, like you said, the nostalgia definitely plays a role.
Yeah, but also it's really good. But but they've been churning out good books. I don't know about the cartoons. I know I'm supposed to watch the 1990 movie. That's what Tyler Blunt keeps telling me.
Whoa, wait, you've never seen that, bro? That's my number one favorite movie ever. Like, literally, that's number one. I love that movie. I could almost quote it. Like, yes.
Yeah, it's supposed to be awesome, and I still haven't seen it.
Yeah, that one.
I haven't. There's a lot of stuff I still haven't seen.
That's okay. Yeah, you should check that one out, though. That's
Gene Colan.
Yup. I just started getting the single issues of the Tomb of Dracula. Some of them are a little pricey, but it's not that expensive of a series. It's only 70 issues.
It's 70 issues. Okay. I fuck if I do. I do not, James. What are you talking about?
He's making shit up there. What the hell is he talking?
Yeah, what the hell? Dan Moore's current artwork at DC is amazing. Love his work on Batman, Superman, World's Finest. And he's really fast. It's amazing that he's such a great artist. Always on deadline. He's working on 2 or 3 books at a time.
You know who I wish did more work on X-Men was Alan Davis, dude. I wish he did more. He only has a couple issues of pencil work and like 2 or 3 covers, but they're amazing.
Adam Hughes is amazing. We live in the same town and never see him. But could that be because he's trying to avoid you, Josh?
Definitely
maybe
avoiding you, Josh.
Just did you see Adam Hughes cover on Gun Honey this week? So hot. Well, it turns out I pre-ordered that from Third Eye Comics, my LCS in Annapolis. So yeah, I saw it. Yeah. You know, there's the thing on my wish list the longest is the solicited but never made absolute Adam Hughes DC work. I would totally buy that absolute, but I don't know why they haven't made it. But these are all good choices. I love Frank Cho's work, Sienkiewicz. Yeah.
Do you this is a good thing too. Are you into the Taschen books? Are you familiar? Do you know about them? I'm really into those. I really like them.
I do, and I decided not to go down that rabbit hole.
That's fair. They're expensive and they're
really cool though. I would buy them for I think Neil Adams has one coming out in the fall, maybe late summer.
No, that's the artist edition. You're thinking of the IDW artist edition.
Okay.
That's gonna be sick. That is who and there's 2 DC by Neil Adams, and then there's the Mazzucchelli Frank Miller Batman Year One. Yeah, those are gonna be so good. Those are gonna be good sellers. Those are gonna be awesome. DC, I feel like, is making it like a little. They're turning the corner.
What's that now?
Sorry, in their collected editions, they're just. I said I think DC's turning a little bit of a corner in their collected editions, man. I really do.
Good. I hope so. I think they are.
Yeah, it seems like it. But go on. I didn't mean to interrupt. Sorry, there's a little delay.
No, that's all right. Michael Turner didn't do a lot of Superman artwork interiors, but his Superman rendition is up there for me. The first Superman Batman stuff, especially with I think he did the Supergirl Kara issues. His stuff was awesome. Michael Turner was awesome. Cage here. Good to see you. Gary's favorite artist, Jack Kirby, Sam Keith, Richard Corbin, Frank Cho, and Simon Bisley.
Yeah, I haven't seen anybody mention my boy Bernie Wrightson. What's up with your you got any thoughts on Bernie Wrightson? I'm a big Bernie Wright fan, man.
Yeah. I love Bernie Wrightson's work. It's awesome.
Dude, that Batman the Cult deluxe edition that got solicited. I was like, that was my number one most wanted Batman book. I'm so happy that's coming. Have you read that story?
Oh yeah. Yeah,
That's good.
I'm going to get that because I think I sold the only way I owned it was in the thick deluxe comics.
There was a trade paperback that was like super out of print. And then actually, this is funny. The first time I ever got burned by DC myself was there was this solicited book called Batman Shaman, but it included Shaman, Venom, and the one we just mentioned. I can't believe I just drew a blank. Or the
Cult?
You know what I'm saying? Like it included like a few of them, and
Yeah.
then so I sold my individual trades, and I was like, oh, I'm gonna replace it with this one, and then the book never came out, and that's when I learned like, don't sell your DC stuff till you have the replacement. Like that was my welcome to school lesson with that one.
Yeah, wait, what were I think the first two you mentioned were way out of print.
Yeah, and you know what? I realized as I was saying, and I messed it up. It was a collection of Shaman, Venom, and Prey, which were the Legends of the Dark Knight. So it didn't include the Cult. So that's my bad. But either way, I did sell those. You know, those are the Legends of the Dark Knight stories.
Yeah, those three are way out of print. I know that.
Yes, and they've never come back in. And Gothic is the other one of the first four, but Gothic's been in print in a hardcover in a trade that because it's Morrison, so they keep that one in print.
So yeah, you have been burned. That is a super big burn.
But there was a trade of the Cult. I was not wrong about that, and it might have even had two printings. But it's at this point it's a way outdated trade paperback.
Saz Murph says there are 2 Joe Fixit Marvel Legend figures. I have one. And I think he was a Build-A-Figure.
There was that, but they did also just release a deluxe edition with the pinstripes. He is correct. I think the 2-pack with Wolverine's cooler. I mean, it's the cover of that issue.
Isn't that when he has a patch? Wolverine has a patch? Yeah, that is a cool 2-pack.
Yeah,
it's a very cool 2-pack.
I pre-ordered the Sabretooth Wolverine 50th anniversary. A lot of people are saying that's the best Sabretooth that they've made.
Oh, yeah. I have a huge X-Men pile over there. I don't know if Sabretooth's in there or not.
Do you have the retro card Apocalypse? Because that's the figure that got me into buying these. I think that's one of the best action figures ever made. I love that thing.
I don't have a retro card, but I do have an Apocalypse that I got.
Yeah, there's a few, and there's a few good ones. I like the I don't own him yet, but the Deluxe Archangel with like the huge wings, like they look like they might expand out to this wide or something.
The white wings, the white,
not the recent Angel. No, no, they're silver. They're when he's
is it when he's Archangel?
Did you get? Yeah, it's an older one that I'm gonna have to pay. eBay prices for it. Whatever.
I do have that Archangel, but it's currently not yet unpacked.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Do you have most of the X-Men? You're big on the X-Men.
I like my X-Men figures the most because I have a giant Sentinel I got from
the Hasbro one.
Right? Hasbro.
Yeah.
And so I have I'm going to set the Sentinel up with a bunch of X-Men figures in various poses, and then I've got the Galactus.
And that's so cool.
Yeah, it does, and I'm gonna set him up with a bunch of cosmic figures, mostly the Fantastic Four, but other cosmic figures that I'm gonna get. But yeah, I think I do like Spidey and X-Men the most. Spidey because I'm going to reintroduce the spider door concept here. Did you ever see? You probably didn't see that.
No, explain.
There was in my old BatCave, I had a bunch at the very top. Venom was holding on to Mary Jane, like he was threatening her, and all the various Spider-Men from all the various multiverses were climbing up the door to try and rescue her.
Sick. Okay, I like it. I never saw that.
Now I have 2 doors in the small room, and I got permission from upper management that I can have 2 scenarios, and I'm going to have a certain individual threatened on one side with spiders crawling up,
Okay.
And then a certain individual threatened on the other door with spiders crawling up. So I'm going to have like all my spider figures on the doors of Spidey.
I love that. I love that. What do you stick them with? You got like suction cups? What do you?
Command strips from
Nice.
3M.
Yep.
They come off without peeling the paint.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes, Josh. I met him at Heroes Con where I did not know to meet you. I am sorry. Denmore is fantastic. Yeah.
I met Josh at Heroes Con.
You what now? You're gonna meet Josh.
I
at
met
Heroes
Josh
Con?
at Heroes Con 2 years ago. That's when I met him. I did meet him there. That's what. Yeah. I had no choice. He came up and talked to me. I couldn't get away. I'm just kidding. I think Josh is a cool dude. No,
You're Lars' favorite. Yeah.
Oh, and Lars was just here for C2E2 last month. I met him in person. Really cool dude.
Lars was from Norway? No, you mean Lars Pearson. This is Norway.
I know Norwegian. I'm sorry.
Norwegian
sorry,
Lars. Lars is also known as the Norwegian assassin, Lars Pearson.
Yes, that's who I'm thinking of. My bad.
Or Melanie won't be at Heroes Con this year. They did say they will be going next year.
They'll be in Japan, I believe.
Right.
Oh, are you? You probably wouldn't be, but are you gonna go to New York? Have you been to New York? Let me just ask that. Have you been to New York Comic Con? Because I have
too peoply for me.
That's what I'm worried about. So I'm gonna go this year to experience it. I can, if I wanted to get a booth, I could, and it's like I want to go and see it first because you put it the right way. I think I'm gonna get too overwhelmed. It's gonna be a lot.
I would last, I doubt 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not.
Baltimore's even not that great for me. Heroes Con was perfect. That was perfect. I could roam the aisles. They were all clear. Yeah, Heroes was great.
Baltimore. I won't ever go to Baltimore again. I don't like that town. I'll come to Maryland, but I don't want to go to Baltimore.
Oh, really? What did you have a bad experience?
Not in particular. No, it seems very dangerous, and I'm living in Chicago.
You're from Chicago, and you're saying Baltimore's dangerous?
Yeah, well, yeah. It was interesting walking the streets, and you know what I compared it to? I don't know if you'll get this reference. You know, in Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, when he walks through Central Park by himself at night, and there's all like that's what walking through Baltimore is like, dude. It's interesting.
Wow. Okay.
That's all I'll say. I didn't say Maryland. I said Baltimore.
Thank you, AS. Freddie and I are going to do a show where we show off our floppies. So sometime soon this summer, summer's going to be around the corner here. We're going to do a show where we show our floppies.
I like that.
I do like the Krakoa era. AS, I know you're not a fan of it, but I am super into the Krakoa era. I love the Krakoa era. This is back on the handsome guy that I hate.
Yep.
He's a versatile voice actor. He also voiced Doom in X-Men 97.
That's sick. I did not know that one.
And he voiced Apocalypse.
Ooh, I told you he was good.
He is multi-talented.
Oh, yeah.
Movie MODOK is just disturbing. Jess, you don't want this version of MODOK.
You're going to back me up, dude.
Okay, you're right. Here's what Booster's saying. For JSA Stargirl, read New Golden Age 1, then Stargirl 1 through 6, and then Justice Society of... Wait, New Golden Age? What did we say? Justice Society of America. Is Justice Society of America? Isn't that what New Golden Age is for JSA Stargirl? I don't want to have to. Okay, I'm going to have to disconnect, and we're going to go into the other room. Just a sec. We're going to show on the road. Okay, let's see what Booster Green's talking about.
Whoa, look at this. Omnidog's mobile. That's sick. My computer would like die if I picked it up. I can't believe you're doing that.
Okay, here we are in the smaller room, and we will go to the Booster Green section. Here it is. City Boy and the Vigil. Here's the booster green section booster. City Boy and the Vigil. And then the other one I think I just got also in the booster section, Unstoppable Doom Patrol. Now, here's the problem. Justice Society of America, the New Golden Age. What's it contain? This volume collects the New Golden Age #1 and Justice Society of America 1 through 5. And then there's Stargirl, Lost Children, Jeff Johns, yeah. Then Stargirl 1 through 6, and then Justice America 1 through 7. How am I supposed to get 6 and 7? I think it's a 10-issue series, so I will go on to the DC app and read it there. But there you go, Booster. You have your own section in my library.
Oh, hey, I think he meant 1 through 5. He just sent an asterisk. That might be it. There might not be 1 through 7.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so here we are in the small room. So, okay. Let me show you what I had for David Nakayama. I had those. There's Silk and Harley and Magic. He signed the Harley one. That's signed. And then there's Scarlet Witch. Can you see these okay? Psylocke and Mary Jane and Black Cat, which is the bitchinest cover ever. And then over here, he signed Emma and another Scarlet Witch one. Johnny, why are you not saying how awesome these are? What's wrong with you?
Oh, they are sick. I was at Lionheart asked me what's coming out this week, and I was pulling that up actually. So I was going to answer that whenever we got to that, but I wanted to have it ready. So
it's going to be 20 minutes before we get to that.
Okay.
I'm always 20 minutes behind. So you can go ahead and answer it now, or else he'll have gone to bed or something.
Well, let me just tell you the Marvel Omnis coming out this week, because there's a few good ones, it looks like. Predator, the Original Years Omnibus Volume 2, which I'm pretty excited about. Captain America by Nick Spencer Omnibus Volume 2, which I'm not as excited about. And actually, that was it. I thought there was more. So that's it. But I'm pretty stoked on that Predator. Did you read any of the Predator books? They're awesome.
I have not.
Very cool. I hope Volume 2 is as cool as Volume 1.
Yes, Freddie, you were summoned. The first TMNT movie is worth watching to see the amazing Jim Henson turtle suits. Okay,
bro, if there was 6 foot turtles walking around that knew karate, that's what they would look like. That's undoubtedly. That's
pretty amazing. Is there any chance you watched TMNT cartoons in college, Sazmer, under the influence of something? Something tells me if you were in college watching TMNT cartoons, you had big spliffs right before that, I bet. The Tash and Frank Frazetta and Jamie Hewlett ones are good. I want the Frazetta style with more modern artists.
Did you smoke spliffs? That's gross. I hated spliffs.
About that. Okay. I'm not a big spliff guy. No, I never was.
No, just whatever. That's gross.
They weren't for me.
No,
it's got to be. How old am I? Probably 45 years since I indulged.
Well, it's been about 45 minutes from. Oh no, we've been live for an hour, so maybe a little longer. But yeah. It's legal here. I don't know.
Yeah, fine. Do whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly.
Issue reprint The Mage Agency, written by Mike Barr and drawn by Adam Hughes, and the ghost stories he did for Dark Horse.
Dude, I like a lot of Dark Horse stuff from the 90s. I think they were
I think so too. Yeah.
The artists they were getting to work for them in the 90s, they were just picking good guys. I don't know, like the Mask series. Do you know about that? Have you ever read that, like the original Mask series that the movie's based on? Like the Jim Carrey movie was originally a comic book. Do you know about that?
Yeah, I haven't read it.
It's awesome. It's like pretty dark and like pretty graphic.
Did they lighten it
actually.
up a lot
cool.
for the movie?
It's Narcos. Yeah, I think so. Yeah. I think he's like killing people in the comic and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Same with wasn't the original Crow series Dark Horse?
The original what?
That's another one that I always think is cool.
The original what series?
The Crow that the Brandon Lee movie's based off.
Yeah,
The
I think
Crow
so.
by J.O. Barr. J.A.O. Barr. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Can't wait for the Cult Deluxe Edition. Yeah, absolute. Maybe it'll be an absolute right after that. Pretty Rights Frankenstein and Frankenstein Alive are so good. They really are. My brother and I want a legend of the Dark Knight Omni. I think Spellcheck put legendary for you.
I'm with you, Booster Green.
Okay, people are not finishing their sentences. Okay. Did you guys see the pre-order of the Simpsons talking Krusty plush doll? Yes, with the good evil switch from Jack.
No! Are you kidding? Do you know how much I love the Simpsons, bro? I got the moth tattoo from the first episode right there on my wrist. I love the first 10 seasons of the Simpsons. I'll put my trivia knowledge up against most people.
I won't put my trivia knowledge up, but I will say seasons 2 through 6 are the best television ever.
Yes, I agree with you, my man.
So sharp, so funny. 7 through 10, I would say 80% of it was awesome.
Yeah,
and then
it starts to dip in 9. It does.
Yeah, and then it dips, and then supposedly this year is really good again. And apparently around season 17 through 19, people in the chat will know. I do have a lot of Simpsons aficionados in the chat. They'll know that it's like 17 through 19 get good again, and then this year's apparently really good. And you can always count on Treehouse of Horror to be funny. Every year that's funny.
Jess, I swear, you're me from the future, and I'm talking to myself right now. That's what this is.
Yeah, I didn't have to dye my hair gray, though. What's that?
I agree with every word you just said. Like, could not have said it better myself.
Nice. Right on, man.
Straight up, dude.
There we go.
There it is. That's sick.
The Cult, and well, actually, are you going to get this? Because it has a good evil switch, and then you pull the string, and he's got several different phrases.
I'm Krusty, and I'm going to kill you. That's going to be one of them.
The only figure I kept, I bought a bunch of figures that I really didn't mean to back in like 2021 and 22, and I ended up selling them all, but I kept my Poochie figure.
Yes! Oh, hell yeah!
I kept my Poochie, and I wanted to display him. But I
is it from like the series where you could like put him on the stands and they would talk, like that one? Or...
I did have those. I feel like those were like 2010 and earlier, maybe. I know what ones. Yeah, those were cool. This is a Super 7 version, so it's kind of tall.
Oh, it is the Super 7. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and also, sorry, Jake just said the Moe's Tavern telephone. I did see that. I'm definitely getting that. Did you see that one?
No.
Yeah, it's like a life-size Moe's Tavern, and I think it's same thing as catchphrases like Bart's phone calls. Absolutely first day purchase.
Wait, Larry, are you in the chat? Yes, I forgot to post book club. Okay, just a sec. I'm getting jammed up by my partner.
You did. I'm gonna say what's up to this dude. My buddy Robert Reese is in the chat now. He's one of my homies too, man. He's a good follower, good customer, good kid. I like him.
Okay, so one thing at a time. So there's a Moe's phone call, a Moe's phone that you pick up, and it's all the is Seymour Butts there and things like that? Is
That's what
Amanda
I'm
Huggins Kiss
understanding.
here? Is Amanda Huggins here? Oh, why can't I find Amanda Huggins Kiss? Probably your standards are too high.
That's a good Barney, dude.
My voice kind of cracked. Okay, Larry, I'm gonna post it in just a sec. I'll post it right after the show. The book, the books for book club are Garth Ennis's Out of the Blue, volumes 1 and 2. Volume 2 is currently on sale for practically nothing at InStockTrades.com, and Volume 1 is on sale for hardly any money. So you can get both books for like $12 or $13, and it's a war book. Garth Ennis writes really, really good, strong war books. They're out of the blue. Is Larry in the chat right now? Or did he just remember that I... Are you in the chat right now? Question mark. Let's see. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, he's here. Larry's library. Oh yeah, okay. He's in the house. I see him.
Larry. I thought that might be why he was jamming me up because. Okay, no, Larry's a great guy, and I will. Okay, wait. Yeah, book club. I have it circled, Larry, as I'm doing it right after this.
Hey, you know what I just got from IST recently? Because you just mentioned them. I'm very happy with this.
Let's see.
I got the I just started collecting a lot of the Masterworks, and I got the Iron Man volume that contains Demon in a Bottle. Dude, it was definitely the last one they had because I bought it and then immediately it was unavailable. And when I was like, oh, I hope it comes in, and it did. So, man, even a guy like me has to browse their inventory sometimes because they, dude, I'm telling you, they find old stuff in their warehouse sometimes.
Yeah, they do.
Right, and like, you know, they'll still charge whatever their discount price is, not the eBay price. So I'm happy I got that though. Do you dig any of the Iron Mans? Or I mean, sorry, the Masterworks or no?
I collect Spider-Woman, Ghost Rider, and you're welcome for this, Dazzler. Because Dazzler's getting a Dazzler bus because I collected her in Masterworks.
So good segue. Are you going to give those up when you get the Omni? Or are you going to keep? Hell no, right? The Masterworks are what? Yeah.
Heck yeah. Those cost though, right? Real money. Even at a discount, those cost me real money. I'm not. No, I'm not getting any of those.
Do you have Ghost Rider Volume 1? I'm doing Ghost Rider 2, but I don't have Volume 1, and it's like, dude, it's like $200 on eBay. I haven't pulled the trigger yet, but it's expensive.
Oh, what's that you say? Ghost Rider?
Yeah, you can make $200. Yeah, I'll give you $180 for it right now.
I believe that's Volume 1 right there. Ghost Rider, yeah.
Do you do the marble version or the silver version? I do the marble. I like the colors. I think it's kind of cool.
I get the well, let's see. I'm seeing Ghost Rider. Ghost Rider has a silver spine.
Yeah, so the silvers, yeah.
Dazzler has a blue spine.
Those are the DM. Yeah, I like those. Those are cool. The marble.
And then I totally botched Spider-Woman. I got Volume 1 regular, and then 2 and 3 are DMs, and those spines could not look worse together. They look awful.
None of. I mean, the fonts don't match. The text doesn't match. Nothing matches.
Oh no, the whole thing is completely. Yeah, no. Anybody with non-matching spine disorder would throw up just looking right at that. It bothers even me, and I don't care.
Yeah, they're very different. You know why I like collecting the marble versions? Because even if you have like the whole series, right, the volume numbers won't be consecutive because they jump around. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So to me, that kind of gives me the room to like start in the middle of a run if I want to, and not be like, oh, it just says volume 3 and I don't have 1 and 2. It's like, the numbers aren't going to make sense anyway. I can start wherever I want. That's my justification.
Okay. We need to get Jess back on Hot Toys. Does he need both kidneys? No, you don't need to get me back on Hot Toys.
Yeah, those are pricey, bro.
Yeah, I've got my 4 Spider-Man and my 1 Harley, and that's enough. Stop it, Josh. Don't take your anger out on me.
Do you do any SH figure arts? I know you don't do Dragon Ball, but they do more than Dragon Ball. But I do like their Dragon Ball figures. Do you do any SH figure arts or no?
I just showed an SH figure arts on the last toy stream I did. Not this past week, but the week before. Yeah, it was Magic Spider-Man from No Way Home. I think that was it.
Okay, I'm not into the MCU toys. It's just not my thing. But I saw they had the Captain America. I think it was from Endgame in an SH figure arts. Bro, that thing looked great. Like, I was shocked at how good that looked.
They make good stuff. Really good.
That's what I was getting at. Yeah, I didn't realize how good the stuff outside of Dragon Ball was that they made.
You also need to get Mafex. Let me show you why. Mafex is a line you should be interested in because they make awesome toys.
I'm definitely willing to spend like more money than I should on that brown suit Wolverine. I need that figure. The Mafex one, it's amazing. That's the best Wolverine toy I've ever seen.
Here's Mafex Psylocke, and I put the psionic effect on her. She can pose in so many different ways. I have her in the most boring pose, but she is so awesome. And Mafex just makes so many great toys. I need to get. Well, she also has an angry face, so they come with a bunch of head swaps and hand swaps and effects and stuff. So Mafex makes really good stuff.
Do you have the Magneto? He's the one. I think I'm gonna order him. He's like 105 on Big Bad Toy Store right now.
Mafex Magneto. You should get it.
I think he's around that price. Yeah,
price.
Yeah, I should. Okay.
Yeah, you should.
I would pay that for it. I'm cool with that. I like spending money. I'm cool with that.
Good. Nice. Phantom Fool's here. Tashin's Crazy Cat and Little Nemo books. Oh, I think I do have that Little Nemo book from Tashin. Among my favorites in my collection. I'd have to unplug and go back to the other room. That's where Little Nemo is. I have several large Little Nemo books, one of which knocked my Coke over back in 2018 and fried my keyboard during Omnibros Live. So
I'm going to find that video.
It's a site. Yeah, it's a real site.
Hey, did you see Godzilla -1? Somebody just mentioned Godzilla in the chat and made me think of that.
Hell yes, I did.
Did you?
Best movies if it wasn't the best movie of last year, it was one of the best movies.
I saw it 7 times in the theater. I thought it was so good. 5 times in color and 2 times in black and white.
Yes. I'd love to see it in black and white.
Oh, I thought it was better, bro. And like, I really I saw the colored version 5 times, so I certainly thought that was good. Yeah, I agree. That movie.
It was heartbreaking and perfect. What an unexpected pleasure that movie was.
I'm not a Godzilla fan, like by any stretch. Like
me either.
Yeah, and it was, dude, that's in my top 10 favorite movies list now. It's like number 6.
I believe it. It was really impressive. That was really impressive.
Yeah, man.
I held off on the Joe Fixit Build-A-Figure because he was greenish.
Really?
Okay, wait. Let's see. I can actually access him fairly easily. He might be a little greenish. I definitely know this is a Build-A-Figure because his legs are on crooked. Yeah, okay, yeah, he is a little greenish.
I don't like that face either. It's too normal.
Well, you can't really see it because his head, when I have him posed, his hat's dipped and he just looks dangerous.
He does look dangerous.
But also, he was a Build-A-Figure, so I'm selling most of my Build-A-Figures, but not this one.
Are you selling Strong Guy? Because I'm going to buy that whole set just so I can build them and then throw away the figures.
I just read X Factor 2 and 3 back in February or March.
The issues of the Omnibus.
Strong Guy. I love Strong Guy.
Wait, 2 and 3, the issues or the omnibus?
The Omnis, yeah.
Omniboo, as David Gabriel would say, apparently.
That's cool. Omnis, yeah.
Yeah. There's a few questions about Godzilla -1 coming on Blu-ray. First off, it should be on 4K, not Blu-ray. But either way, they have not announced it yet because a few people are asking. I check pretty frequently for that one, and I'm shocked it has not come out yet on physical media. I think in Japan it's out if you have a multi-region player, but it won't have the American subtitles.
Yeah, all it is in Japanese.
Right.
There's a good reason I don't have a Superman door, Josh. There aren't any good Superman figures. McFarlane Toys sucks at Superman. How hard is it to get a good Superman face? You've got Todd McFarlane, who's considered a great artist. Okay, even if you think he's only a medium good artist, maybe he could have some input. Okay, yeah, I am going to rant here. Maybe he could have some input into what Superman's face looks like. It's not hard to get a good face. Look at this face from Hasbro. Who is this, Johnny?
That's Mary Jane Watson, my friend.
Yeah, see? Johnny, it's completely out of context. Johnny knows.
Yeah.
It's not hard to do.
Literally couldn't even see her body because she doesn't have one, and I knew who it
right.
was.
She's just like a floating head cover from one of those Marvel's greatest hits books.
Yes.
But Hasbro does great face sculpts. That's why, because there's no good face sculpts of Superman, I'm not going to buy a bunch of crummy looking Supermen that look like their 8th grade fan art, which is what they look like. Peace and love. Okay. Did I dream this, or is Nick Cage going to be Spider-Man Noir? I heard an announcement about it. It's just an announcement right now, but I'm there because the Into the Spider-Verse, he was so great. He was my favorite part of Into the Spider-Verse.
Dude, how good are those movies? Those two movies are phenomenal. Like,
yeah.
That is like the standard for like animated Marvel, or it should be. Like, that is, I don't keep doing this, but seriously, that is Jeff's case.
Yeah, they are. I had to get, I bought them both on 4K, nice. But I'm going to have to watch 2 again. Was that Across the Multiverse?
Spider-Verse, yes. Yeah.
Across the Spider-Verse. Okay.
Yeah.
Because I did not catch about 30% of what they were saying. Like anytime Spider-Gwen and Miles were talking to each other in battle, I missed it all. I have no idea what Spider-Punk said at any point. It sounded good, but I have 0 idea. So I'm going to have to, I bought it just so I can turn on the closed captions so I can understand what they're saying.
I think subtitles are awesome to have on, man. I do it even if I can hear it. You catch more.
Yeah.
I think you do.
Here's a question for you. Johnny, have you considered selling Marvel Legends on your site, or is that something you don't want to get into?
Funny thing, I actually have like a small stack of them to my left. Yeah, I've dabbled with toys a few times. I'm gonna stay out of it. I've tried. It's I don't know how to predict it as well as like the other stuff. Like, for example, I bought some of the retro card Fantastic Four figures because I was like, oh, the retro card things seem to do well. Dude, you can get those on Big Bad Toy Store right now for like 60% off. So like, yeah, it's just, and they're so much bulkier that like one of the reasons, not to get too much of a rant, but one of the reasons I started selling more single issues and not just omnibus is because when I'm traveling, I need things that are more compact, and toys, although very light, are very bulky. It's not a good thing to travel with when I have limited space to fill up. I know you're saying on the website, but yeah, it's just, with established places like Big Bad Toy Store where they really just do it like right. I know there's more than them, but like, I mean, am I going to do better than them? Probably not. They're pretty good, dude. Do you order from them?
I would imagine their margins on toys are pretty slim compared to collected editions.
They are, for sure. So yeah, that's the thing. Like if they're already being sold on sale somewhere else, I mean, that's probably your profit margin right there. So you're not even making money. But I've definitely considered it. Like I said, I bought some, so just didn't work out.
Excuse me. Kate says NYCC is fun and very overwhelming. Very overwhelming. NYCC, not bad. Just high elbow. I'm not into elbowing people. And New Yorker here practically my whole life since 5 years old, and it's not that crowded. Liar. Hey, Baltimore hater. I went to college there. Just need to be aware of your surroundings. Well, that's not fun.
That's my point.
Yeah.
The guy from New York who was just have you been to John's of Bleecker? I was just in New York last week and I went to John's of Bleecker for pizza. Do you like that place? Who is that from New York?
I haven't been to, are you asking me?
Oh, you and whoever was just saying they were from New York in the chat, both you.
Oh, yeah. Sato, and I know Kane is from New Jersey. Mary M is from New Jersey. They probably know pizza too.
I went to Jersey to get this tattoo and then hopped over to New York for some pizza. I had pizza in Jersey too. Cool town.
Did you get another Braves tattoo? You fake Cubs fan, you?
Wait, did I tell you what I did? On night one, I drove from Jersey to Philadelphia and went to the Phillies game and caught a ball. Dude, Vlad Guerrero
You caught a ball? You didn't tell me that.
Dude, Vlad Guerrero Jr. threw a ball, dude, right to me, like into my hands. I felt like a child when I caught it, dude. I really did. It was one of the coolest things. Yeah, it was awesome.
And did you give it to a little kid next to you?
What is with you and everybody else? No, I didn't. No. And you know what? The funniest thing, I have a picture of me with the ball, and the little kid next to me is like leaned into the picture, looking all jealous.
He wanted it. Yeah, that's the tradition now. And I'm thinking, if I catch a home run ball, I'm keeping it.
Dude. No one ever gave me a ball when I was that kid's age. No. Nor did I. Okay, this is the other thing. Like, because I'm an adult with money and adult money. Like, I was sitting second row behind the Phillies dugout. I mean, it was like $100 ticket. But these kids next to me, because there was a group of 6 of them. Again, I'm like, man, when I was your age, I never sat second row at a Phillies game.
Nosebleed, nosebleed,
100%, dude. But then, sorry, the next night, after the tattoo, I drove up to New York and went to the Yankees game.
Okay, you broke up there. Where did you go? Your connection broke up.
Oh, I went to the Yankees game the next night. Yeah, the New York the next night for the Yankees game because everything is so close in the East Coast. It was, and that's where I went to that pizza place. Anyways, sorry.
No, it's fine.
I love talking ball with you.
Oh yeah. No problem. I love talking baseball too. Let's see. True Gavik, who did not. True Gavik, are you watching hockey? I got myself a copy of the Descender Compendium and the 2 deluxe volumes of Something is Killing the Children. Can't wait to read them both. Heard really good things about both. Descender's awesome. I've only read the first deluxe of Something is Killing the Children. It's awesome. And I will suggest another Tiny Onion book to you, True Graphic, if you haven't already read it, is Department of Truth. That thing's amazing. Oh my gosh, I'm so far behind in the chat. We're back in the golden ages in the beginning of the book. Okay. You see, often enough, I learned just to ignore the crowds. Atlanta is full of crime. Avoid Atlanta. We are full.
I liked Atlanta too. I went there for a game. Not last week, but I've been there.
Yes, right. I got the Golden Age hardcover 1 through 5. Okay, that's okay, Johnny. What are the books come out? We didn't spend enough time in that room. Okay, I'll go back in that room when I get caught up with the chat in an hour. That's a cool room, Jess. Okay, I'll go back into it and show you. That silk cover is dope, right? That silk cover. Okay, we'll revisit that because there were other people that were admiring that. Well, I'll give you a whole tour of that because I now have my comic books completely organized.
Nice.
Let me make sure Peter M helped me organize all my X-Men books. So all my X-Men books are organized. Then in the other room, I can show you my bookshelf of shame now. I don't have a stack of shame anymore. I got a bookshelf for them.
Hey, do you love Peter M? Because I sure do. He helped me organize some of the sets that I sold at C2E2 at my booth. He's a really cool guy. I really like him. He's a very nice.
He may be my favorite guy on the planet. I love that guy. He is such a good guy.
Yes. Cool. I just wanted to genuinely
love Peter with all my heart. He is such a good guy.
Totally agree.
Lionheart, Josh, they're talking back and forth. No, I never grew out cartoons, never partook in other substances. Okay. Oh, yeah. Dark Horse Presents. That's what I'm thinking of. Where Sin City and John Burns and X-Men. Yeah.
Those are sick. I think even the first Alien versus Batman crossover or the prelude to Alien vs. Batman is in Dark Horse Presents. I'm pretty sure.
I think The Crow is published everywhere except Dark Horse. Okay.
Yeah, maybe I was wrong about that.
Season 1 through 6 of The Simpsons are amazing, and this recent season of The Simpsons feels like the show again. Okay, good. Thank you, Kenny. No, you're not late, Robert. I finally caught up to your comment, and so we're going to catch up on comments for a sec. It comes with Frogurt. Oh, that's good. The Frogurt also comes with a curse.
That's bad.
That's bad. Moe's Tavern Telephone, Poochie. No. He lives in my collection. I want Itchy and Scratchy Omnibus too.
Yeah.
One of the best Sideshow Bob lines. Lisa, you don't spend 10 years as a homicidal maniac without learning a few things about dynamite. Okay, here's Larry.
He's reading a Warlock book in his thumbnail. Love that, Larry.
Larry knows his old comics.
I'm into that.
Okay, wait. I gotta. Okay, wait. Josh is saying something to. Oh, there's a standing challenge that Lionheart is challenging Omar to Mortal Kombat, and Omar will never take him up on it. Friend of mine, he wants to. Looks like Lionheart wants to go and stay with Omar. That is the plan. A friend of mine challenged me to $1,000 match in Mortal Kombat. I won 4-0, tax-free money. Wow.
Wait, I got pause real quick. I also have challenged Omar to Mortal Kombat, and he also has avoided me. I think there's a pattern here. I'm not even making that part up, dude. So was that Lionheart who said that?
Yeah, Lionheart. Lionheart's a great guy.
You're in the same boat, my friend. I think Omar's afraid of us. That's what's happening. Good to know.
Robert Reese, what's up, man? Just turned 26 the other day, so I'm inching closer and closer to being an old man. Dude, when I was 26, I don't even want to start.
Hey, you can rent a car now, though. Isn't that 26? You can rent a car? Good job, Robert.
I think you're right. You have to be at least 25, right?
Yeah, I think that's it. Yeah.
Yep, you're here. Larry's here. Larry's everywhere. Lionheart played as Sub-Zero. That doesn't mean anything to me. I know of Mortal Kombat, but I never played it.
Oh, I love Mortal Kombat.
Okay, good. I've been looking for that masterwork of Demon in a Bottle. They want way too much money on the secondary market. It's one of the few Iron Man stories I really love.
So what I would do if I were you is I would do a Google search of it on do Masterworks Iron Man volume whatever in stock trade. Find the actual link on IST, add it to your wish list even though it's unavailable, and if it ever comes back in, just check your wish list every day. That's how I got it.
From eBay?
No, that was IST. That's the one I said I got. IST. Yes.
Wait, whoa. You did a Google wish list?
No. If you search, right now, because it's unavailable, if you go to IST and search for the book, it won't pop up. But if you go to Google and you search the title of the book and then the in stock trades, you can still find the link. It's still active. You just have to find it that way. And then you can add it to your wish list still. And then it's in your wish list. And if it comes back in, you just see it right away.
And here's another tip. I found a lot of books this way cheaper is if you save the search in eBay, you'll get notified every time a new one comes on. And a lot of times you can get them for really good prices. I understand a $200 book is going to be a $200 book, but sometimes, you can get them for like 75 or something when somebody's just like, I got to get rid of this.
Dude, sometimes I look at sold listings of anything and I see ones that I missed and I'm like, oh my gosh, like you're saying, like someone just listed this and it sold for half of what everyone else is selling it for. It does happen. Yeah.
Okay. Out of print Marvel books, 2 Marauders. So the Marauder books are out of print by Jerry Duggan.
Oh, hell yeah. I didn't know 2 was now. I had a couple volume 1s at one point and dude, I might have sold them for like over $100 each. And those are the OHCs. Those are like $30 books or something, right? They're cheap. Cover price.
Now that they've been organized, they're on the other side of the aisle, but I do have them. Let's see. Let me just see what they're going for. Marauders. OHC Duggan.
I think your best bet's gonna be to wait for an omnibus, man, because I don't think they're gonna reprint those or just.
They're not.
Yeah,
they absolutely are not.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even realize it was Robert. Yeah, I know. I hate that they're not reprinting those. None of the Krakoa stuff, which is crazy because it's sold so well. You would think they would have incentive to reprint it.
Oh, whoa! Volume 1 is going for Dodge. Volume 2's cheap, but Volume 1 is pricey. Yeah, no, they're not going to reprint those oversized hardcovers, unfortunately. I hate that they don't offer them anymore. That was my favorite format.
I mean, if enough people made enough noise at Omar and said, hey, can we do a vote? And then we can say, hey, 600 people voted that they wanted this, send it to Marvel. That's probably the best way. I don't know if that's going to happen, but if you make enough noise, I mean, you know, that's how I got
the Gwenpool Omni made. I sent all my minions to him on Saturday morning for like 5 straight weeks, and he begged David Gabriel to please make it to get them off his back. Here's our other
certain
Canadian.
Are we that they're two separate people? Curtis?
I'm not certain at all. T. Hodgins, are you watching hockey tonight?
No spoilers if you are. I'm going to watch it after the stream.
More women figures from Hot Toys. We're talking about SH Figure Arts. Beware the Godzilla stuff from them. They're very hit or miss. Hi-Ya has been killing it and at like half the price. Hi-Ya.
I don't know what Hi-Ya is either.
I don't either.
We'll have to look at that in the Googles.
Psionic Effect has me under mind control. Oh, are you a member of my Discord? Because he posted, James is the clip master. He posted the clip of my spilling my Coke on my laptop and frying my motherboard in my Discord.
Thank you for sharing.
Right. Yeah, we just talked about Godzilla -1. Sato's going to call it a night. Can you send me a link to Omnidog's Discord? Yeah, on NMC Discord. What the hell? After season 20 of The Simpsons, they stopped selling the seasons of the show. Oh, on physical media, which is a shame. That is a shame.
And they've never released them on Blu-ray, let alone like 4K. It's DVD still for the first 20. That is a shame.
Did Jess pour root beer figuratively on Todd's figure faces? Yeah, I did. I had a similar problem. Oh, this is why I got it closed caption. Gwen and Miles sounded fine, but Spider-Punk might as... Yeah, I have no idea what Spider-Punk said. Happy BaturDay, Earth's Geomancer. John's Pizzeria is awesome.
Is that in New York? Yeah, get back to me. I'm a big pizza guy. Pizza tattoo.
Where did you go in New Jersey for your tattoo? Miriam wants to know.
Yes, this is really cool. Jess, do you know a punk band named the Bouncing Souls? Man, really again?
I do not.
Am I there?
You're okay now.
Okay,
yeah, you're okay now.
Yeah, there's a punk band named the Bouncing Souls, and their bass player owns a shop in Bradley Beach called Anchors Away. So I drove out there from Chicago and had the Bouncing Souls bass player tattoo their band logo. I don't know how to turn with this. It's all reverse. This thing right here. You can't really see it. But
he's also a tattoo artist?
Yeah, and I didn't know that until like 2 months ago. I had no idea. And then he's actually a pretty good tattoo artist. And so he said his books were closed, but I reached out anyway because I'm ambitious like that and I just do what I want. And he was like, hey, that sounds like a fun idea. Why don't you come out in June or May? And I said, right after C2E2, I'll be there. That's what I did.
You keep that ball. Just Photoshop that kid out of the pig.
I do love seeing his face, though, but I do agree.
Best pizzas in New Haven. They have good pizza in New Haven. I haven't had it, but I've heard that. Yeah, I'm happy to talk about pizza from all you want. Payne's giving me a 1 of 2, going all next to Maginot on me. Spider-Punk is from Marvel's version of Camden Town, a borough in London. Daniel Kaluuya, the voice of Spider-Punk, is from the same area Daniel speaks Cockney, which is a dialect spoken by middle and lower class Londonites. It's a very interesting and poetic dialect. I'm sure it is, but I did not understand that. What he was saying.
No, I get what you're saying. The sound, yeah, no.
Yeah, Peter's Web, and he's pure gold. Oh, here's Comic Slayer too. I was playing Mortal Kombat with Larry back when we had like 5 characters to pick from. Is that not very many? Are there like a lot you can pick from now?
In the teens, I would say, if not in the 20s, yeah. And back then it was, like she said, the original roster was, I think, 8.
Comic Slayer, I was about to add how we played that on the Sega Genesis, and you were way too young, but we did it anyway. Is that the game where you can rip the person's skull and spine out, like Predator? Mortal Kombat?
Hell yeah, it is. Yes, that's Mortal Kombat, my friend.
Okay, yes, so that's absolutely what Larry was showing Kristen when she was way too young. That's interesting. Speaking of games, I bought Guilty Gear 25th anniversary of their current game, Guilty Gear Strive. Had all current season pass characters. I haven't played Guilty Gear. I do not know what Guilty Gear is. Do you? Is it what kind of game is that, Kane? RPG? Fighting game? What kind of game is that? Guilty Gear.
Do you game, Jess? I have a PS5, but I bought it so I could play the remake of the Tony Hawk game from when I was a kid, and I haven't played anything else since. That's what I bought it for.
I got a PS5 in December. I won there was a lottery Sony had going on where if you were entered into the lottery, and if your name got picked, you could buy one. And so this was November of 20. Wait, what year is this? This is November of 21.
Oh shit. Okay.
And when was the pandemic? 2020. Yeah, 2021. So I won a chance to buy it, and it got there in time for Christmas, and I got it so my daughter and I could play. We haven't played it in so long. Forbidden Horizon Zero Dawn, Forbidden West.
Yeah,
we played that for about a year, and we haven't played it since.
Okay. I'm with you, man. It's a lot of time commitment. The comics take up most of our time. The video games are hard to get in there too.
That's true, and I love video games. I used to play them all the time. She and I logged in when she was in 3rd grade. She and I played Banjo-Kazooie for about 300 hours on the N64.
Yeah, dude. Nice.
Jess, you need to use your powers to get Geo. I have 0 powers, and I would love to get an Inhuman Omnibus for Geo.
Wait, is that because it's out of print, or did we not get one of the series that he wants?
They've never made an Inhumans Omnibus, and it never gets voted very high. It never cracks the top 100 on the Marvel poll. And
wait,
so
they didn't do a classic Inhumans Omnibus yet? Are you serious?
Right?
No, they didn't. No, they didn't. Holy
They got nothing. Yeah, no, they got nothing. Well, who is looking for this? Is this the one you got? Iron Man Volume 13?
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah.
Who was looking for that? Whoever was looking for that, Next Imagine it's helping you out. It's showing $75. That's practically cover price.
It's probably cover price for that one. Yeah, it probably is.
Comic Hub listing. Comic Hub, I found a lot of stuff through Comic Hub. So whoever was looking for that, there it is. Next Imagine stepping up to the plate. Thank you. Okay, wait. Josh Graytile. Oh yeah, I love Guilty Gear. It's my favorite 2D fighter, right next to Marvel vs. Capcom. For 3D fighters, Soul Calibur 2 and 3 are my go-to. Okay, it's a fighting game. Here's YP. YP not only sent me an awesome picture of Harley, but he reminded me that this was coming out because otherwise I would have forgotten about it. So thank you, YP. Look at his gorgeous profile pic of Spider-Gwen slipping on her like ballet shoes there. I love that pic. Sounds like great family bonding time. I also let her watch the OG Beavis and Butthead, and she turned out great. That is true. She did turn out great. Speaking of Beavis and Butthead, has anybody watched 2 Saturdays ago, the Saturday Night Live? with Beavis and Butthead appearing in it, Ryan Gosling's performance.
No, I heard it was really great though.
Oh, it is so good. It is so good. And then Mikey Day is Butthead. They crashed the premiere of The Fall Guy. Ryan Gosling was like doing interviews with Emily Blunt, and then he disappears for a while, and then Beavis and Butthead come out of a limo, and there's this huge explosion of applause for them as they completely wreck this interview with Emily Blart, they kept calling her. It was hilarious.
Did you watch the most recent movie? It might be over a year old at this point. Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. It was on Paramount. Did you watch that one?
I did not.
Fun. I really enjoyed it. Are you a fan? I like Beavis and Butthead.
Oh, huge fan. Yeah, I especially love season 1. Season 1 was the best.
I love you. You're the best, dude. Yeah, dude. It's fucking hilarious. It's not everybody's humor, and I can definitely see why. Like, I can get why people wouldn't enjoy it, but I love it.
I do too. Oh, love this story. Reed did a Bouncing Souls gig poster. Comic Slayer knows where it's at.
Yeah, she does.
Okay. Kane is talking to Josh Greathouse. Larry's Library. I remember having to convince Mom to let me play the Beavis and Butthead Sega game. I love getting the inside dirt on the Comic Slayers family. It's awesome. Guilty Gear is a fighting anime game. Okay. I've never had any luck with Comic Hub. Whenever I find something to get around not charging more than list price by charging like $75 for shipping, I've always had good luck with Comic Hub.
Can I tell a quick Comic Hub story? It's a cool one.
Hell yeah.
So back before it got reprinted recently, the only Artist X-Men edition that I was missing was the John Byrne one. And at one point, you're going to like fall over at this. I threw one of them ended on eBay, and it was like a Christmas Eve, like 4 years ago. And I think I bid like $600 and something on it.
Okay, wait, this is for what now?
Lost.
Okay,
like,
sorry.
I got out.
You broke up a little bit. What was
the John Byrne X-Men Artist Edition.
Okay.
John Byrne X-Men Artist Edition.
Yeah.
So it was going for like $600 or $700. So I found one on eBay, or I'm sorry, on Comic Hub in Texas, and I called the shop, and the guy wouldn't ship it to me. He was like, "No, we don't ship." So I did the math, and it would have been cheaper for me to get on a plane, fly to Texas, buy the book, and I was going to do it. I was going to do it. And so I called the shop back, and I'm like, "Look, man, I'm coming from Chicago. I'm literally going to fly there. Can you at least put the book to the side? I'll pay for it now, whatever." And then when he went to look for it, they didn't even fucking have it. Can you imagine if I would have done it? So I ended up, I actually ended up buying it from someone in Ireland, like another shop in Ireland that I found. And like, I had to pay the shipping, but they just charged me cover price. And then of course they reprinted it. Yeah, they reprinted it this year.
Oh, it was Sato that wanted it. Oh, somebody go buy it for Sato. Somebody be a good person.
Then charge a 10% upcharge. No, I'm kidding. Don't do that. I'm totally kidding.
Yes, that Saturday Night Live Beavis and Butthead was pretty amazing. I wonder what Mike Judge thinks about that. Yeah, and then they had King of the Hill, like right at the very end. Hey, am I almost caught up? Yeah, I am. Okay, it's time for me to get uncaught up because, okay. So once again, the book club book is, wait, and I will post this, Larry, I promise. I have to go back to Larry's, Out of the Blue, Volume 1 and 2 by Garth Ennis. I will post this right after the show. Sunday, May 26th at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Larry put, you forgot to do it, didn't you? Yeah, I did. Okay, so what other figures can I entice you with? Like, this is the head that Mary Jane, this is part of what's going to go up on the spider wall, Spinneret.
Oh, I love that. Now, do you
head?
You keep talking about Spider-Man, so do you have, I know I keep asking about the retros, do you have like the retro Spider-Man villains like Scorpion, Kingpin, Shocker, any of those guys?
I have Hammerhead also. Mysterio's right here, but they're not retro. They're ones that I got a long time ago.
Okay,
they're not.
I think they're the same mold.
Probably, yeah.
They reuse a lot.
I have several. It feels like several hundred at this point. Symbiotes. I don't even know the names of some of these symbiotes, but I collect them anyway.
I'm into symbiotes, though. They're cool, man.
Here is, I got this Build-A-Figure, which I'm not selling.
Oh, I didn't know that was a Build-A-Figure. That's cool, man. I like that design a lot. Like, that head sculpt is fucking cool. And the tongue, that's wicked.
Yeah, and the busted out lab.
Yeah, that's a good one, dude.
And here's my favorite, although she's an obscure, never used, laughable character. I love how she looks. This is like the weirdest Spider-Man villain ever. I can't even remember her name. I call her Hoppy Bunny.
I didn't even know that was a Spidey villain.
No, I think she's been in like 2 panels of Spider-Man comics. What the heck is her name? White Rabbit.
That's kind of cool they made it.
Yeah, I love her.
That's cool they made a toy out of
it. It's so obscure. But Hasbro does such a good job on these face sculpts. It looks great.
And so here, let me ask you this. I have something I wanted to ask you and the chat, actually, that came up yesterday. Okay. I'm thinking about selling something out of my personal collection in favor of the Marvel Legends, and I want your opinion. Are you familiar with the Iron Studios, the X-Men vs. Sentinel diorama? It's like the 3 Sentinels.
Yeah.
Okay. So I purchased that. So I have all of the Sentinels. I also have, I was buying all of the proximity pieces up into a point, and then it just got too ridiculous. So last night I did the math, and basically in order for me to round out the collection, I got to spend like almost another like $3,000 on statues. And it's not even fun anymore.
For Iron Studios?
Yeah, to get the rest of the pieces that have come out since I stopped buying them. Because a few have gone out of stock, and now they're like twice as much on eBay.
Sure.
So I think I'm thinking about trying to sell the whole thing. Would you, I mean, it's just your opinion. Like, would you sell those and then just buy Marvel Legends? Because like when you said the face sculpt, dude, I think the face sculpt on some of these Legends are way better than the statues that are like $200, but they look better, and it's just crazy. So what are your thoughts? Do you think I should sell those? I think I should.
Well, this is going to come down to personal preference. Like how, if you sell them and get a good chunk of change for them, will you be happier that you have the money, or will you be sad that you're missing the figures? The statues, rather. How attached to them are you? Because those are actually pretty cool.
Well, they are, and the whole idea was like, I bought them thinking I'll never buy any more X-Men figures or statues again. Like, this is it. And then I can't stop with these Legends now. I would say, I think I'd be more attached if I had the whole set, but the fact I'm missing some of them, it's like, what? I'm weird like that. Well, I'm sure some of us are. We're collectors.
I don't think you're weird like that. I think that's the collector mentality. At some point, I do it all the time. I'm constantly culling stuff, figures, toys, albums, books. I'm constantly pulling and selling stuff that I'm just not into anymore, or books that I'm not going to read, toys that I don't have room for. If you've sort of lost your passion for those Iron Studio things and you'd be happier with something else, that's what I think you have to ask yourself that question. Would you be happier with those things gone? But be careful, because some of these like X-Men Legends or Legends that you want, they do reprint or reproduce them a lot of times. So, I mean, I sold a bunch of statues that big statues, like Sideshow Collectibles statues, that I kept the ones, I kept 1, 2, 3 that meant something to me, that meant the most to me. And I sold the other 5 because they weren't adding to my collection anymore. That's before we moved into this house, and I didn't have the room to display them. And I said, well, what's going to make me happiest? If I keep Rogue, Red Sonja, and Harley Quinn sideshow statues, that would make me happy. And then I sold a Zatanna statue, Supergirl, Batgirl, not Batgirl, Catwoman, and Poison Ivy, and Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel was a really good one. I almost didn't sell that, but they just weren't. They just didn't make the cut. I was like, what would I rather have? So my advice go ahead.
Were they like quarter scale? Which ones are you talking for
they were big.
Quarter or third scale. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. They were maybe six scale. I don't know.
That's
if I unplug again, I can show you.
Right. Okay. But yeah, I thought it would be cooler to have them like in a permanent pose, but then after opening the Legends, like I texted you the other night, they're fun to pose yourself and change the poses, and you can't do that with the statue. And like now I'm bummed about that. It's weird to go back and forth.
Yeah, that's why Tyler Blunt doesn't get statues really, because he likes posing them more. And I can see that. I have all my bombshells from DC, which I love because they look great. But then I have a ton of, and I'm fine with them, but I also have a ton of action figures that I can pose. So I don't know. It's up to you. It sounds like you're kind of ready to move on from them.
Well, yeah, and I think if I didn't have to invest, like I said, another potentially $3,000 to round it out, I wouldn't be feeling this way. But I don't know if you got this way with graded books, because didn't you do graded books for a while? Didn't you have like some?
Yeah, I had a lot that I used to pay for private health insurance till I got on Medicare 2 months ago.
I do remember you telling me that, because didn't you have a couple Hulk 181s at some point? I kind of remember you telling me that.
I had 5 of them.
Oh my God.
But I bought in 2014.
I hope you sold them in 2020 and 2021 at the peak.
I did.
My man, I love you.
I had a lot of good books that I bought because I knew the time. My wife's 4 years older than I am, so I knew the time was coming when I'd have to have my own private insurance when she was going to retire, which she did in 2020. So I had a lot of boss books, but I had to let them go.
Yeah. Well, and like, I don't know if you felt this way, what I was getting at, like, because I was doing the graded books too for a few years, and like it kind of got to a point where it was almost like a chore to spend the money on something that like I'm just gonna look at, and like it's not gonna do anything more than that, and it's cool, but it's like, you can't even open it. It's like you can't do anything with it. You're like, it's not much more different than looking at a picture of it because you're just looking at it.
Yeah.
And I kind of got out of it, and it's feeling the same way, where just the investment is not worth the little bit of high I get from the purchase, you know?
Yeah. And there is a high when you purchase things. I get that. Well, it sounds like you're ready to move on from them. So I just think about if you're going to be happier with them or without them.
I will.
It's just stuff. So,
right. I'm going to sell it all eventually. It ain't coming with me at some point. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
what is a personal collection even? Like when you own a business like I do, it's like, it's really all just inventory. Even the stuff that I deem like personal collection, when I'm done with it, it's inventory. That's all it is. And so I've kind of learned to look at everything like that.
Yeah.
And whatever.
I kept my Silver Age and Bronze Age floppies for the longest time, and I kept them in good shape. But up until, I don't know, 2010, there was no real way for me to read those stories except in the floppies. But once Omni started coming out and other collected editions of older books, reading some of these, especially Flash, reading my Silver Age Flash, because I had a complete run of Silver Age Flash, except for Showcase 4. I had the other Showcase issues. I know. I had a huge run.
That's really cool.
But I had to sell them because, as I said, I needed private health insurance. So,
yeah. But
now I can still read the stories. And when I read the stories and I see those covers and how cool those covers were for some of those books, I do get sort of a tinge like, damn, I did own that.
Yeah.
And then I think, well, at least I got the story and I got the money to pay for health insurance. So,
you know, I look at it this way too, like echoing what you're saying, you know, you might not be where you are today if you didn't make that decision then. So it got you here, and that's why you're here in the position you are, you know, like,
yeah. Oh, here's Marcelo. What up, Marcelo? Good to see you. Comic Hub. If you type in comichub.com, it takes you to a central site. And if you're looking for the book like Johnny just got, you type it in, and if it exists at any of the networked comic book stores in Ireland, as Europe and Ireland as well as the United States, if somebody has it, it'll show up, and it's usually for cover price. I found a lot of trades this way that were out of print, and they were all too happy to just send them to me. They were like, yeah, what is there any reason you want this so badly? And I'm just like, yeah, I can't find it around me, and I really need it. And they're like, cool, we're glad to help you. So it is hit or miss. Somebody was saying they didn't have a good experience with Comic Hub.
right.
My experience has been good with them. So, I mean, it all depends. Okay. Shops that won't ship. God, that reminds me of a shop you visited like a year ago, Johnny, that was sitting on a gold mine of Omnis, but they wouldn't ship.
I
What
know
was that?
So I was in Arizona with the wife last year. It was in February. And yeah, we went to this local shop, and they had just consigned somebody's omnibus collection. So they had it in store. And I mean, bro, it was like every out of print Marvel Omni you could think of. And I'm like, hey guys, I own a collected editions business. I have a following. If I post this on my Instagram, you can sell this whole shelf by the time the weekend's over. I guarantee these people will buy these books. And the shop owner was like, nah, we just really don't ship. And I was like, are you sure? Because I'm being literal. You will sell every one of these books by the time the weekend's over. Nah, we just don't want it. And I'm like, that is.
Was it ever?
I got a lot of opinions about that, man. Shops that I do have a lot of opinions about that.
Was it would it have been cost effective for you to buy them yourself?
Man, if we had driven there instead of flown, you're damn right I would have done it. I mean, not even kidding, because I think they wanted cover price for them. Now, granted, they were all open, so like I would have had to be like, well, if this one only goes for $20 over cover price when it's sealed, not worth it. So I would have had to figure that out. But if I had the car, that's what I do for. Damn right, I would have done that. You know what? When I was in New Jersey last week, because I had the car, I went over to Red Bank and I went to Jay and Silent Bob's Secret Stash.
Oh, you did? What's it like?
It was cool. I liked it. It was smaller. I think they used to have a bigger spot. I think they've shrunk a little, to be honest. But you're never gonna believe what I bought off their fucking wall or off their table shelf. I never thought I'd see these in the wild again. I got a full set 1 through 4 of the DM variants of Master of Kung Fu Omnibus, all sealed.
Oh, the DM what were they charging?
Well, because I'm me and I know how to, I was checking out with whatever book I bought. I'm like, hey, by the way, man, I'm like, are the Omnis, are they just cover price? And he's like, yeah. Why? Which ones were you interested in? Which is what I was looking for. And I'm like, well, you have the full set of Master of Kung Fu. And he I just kind of did this. And he's like, if you bought all 4, I would do $350, no tax. And I said, wrap them up. That's, they're $425 or 4. No, that's 125 times 4. $500 cover. So I got 150 off cover, and they definitely sell for more than cover on eBay.
I thought those guys were gougers. I had no idea they were willing to do deals with people. That's great.
Yeah, I mean, he, like he said, like, well, I kind of said it. I was like, so you bought, like, you guys have just had these since they came out. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm like, you've literally had these for like 5 years on your shelf. You're so happy to get rid of them. Like, that's why you did it. But again, like, back to, man, I don't want to go giving other people ideas and shit. But like, sometimes when you do go into these LCS where maybe you can tell they're not like, booming with sales, but then they have this stuff on their walls. I do always question, like, why are you not actively selling this stuff on eBay? Why are you not double checking your own inventory when you're just sitting there and seeing what you have that you can like make your shop money off of? I don't know. I got a lot of thoughts about that.
Yeah. I used to watch that show all the time.
I loved it, dude. Especially the first season when it was less scripted, I guess I would say.
Yeah. Less staged. Yeah.
That's the word. Yes.
I really liked it too.
But you know, the guy working was, if you remember him from the show, Mike Zapsik. He was the guy I dealt with.
Okay. He seems like the nicest guy there.
That's what I said to him. I was like, I'm like, hey, I'm not talking bad about any other guys, but when I would watch the show, you were the guy I wanted to meet the most. So I can't believe you were here working today.
He was the most normal, nice guy. Yeah.
I met Ming on the convention floor once too. You know Ming Hen, the other guy?
Yeah. He seemed like a nice guy. He was always, maybe it was just Walt I didn't dig.
I think that's exactly how I feel.
And Brian.
Yeah.
Brian didn't even work there. He hung out there.
He's just like, you're right. He was just like a friend. Yeah. But me and my cousin were walking around and I was talking to my cousin about, I wanted to bid on a Die Hard poster on eBay. And I like said that out loud. And like Ming Hen just turns around and he goes, 40 stories of sheer terror, which is what it says on the freaking the poster. And I was like, Ming? Like, what the fuck? But he was really cool. Yeah. That was at C2E2 in 2023. Yeah.
I definitely want to come to C2E2 next year if I can.
Oh, I mean, you know, I got you on a free pass if you do. Like, there ain't no question. You don't dare pay for a pass.
Yay.
Yeah, I got Melanie that because Omar and her came. Omar got the press pass and they couldn't get one for Melanie. So I was like, dealer badge. You get even more privileges than Omar. You can go in and out. That's what I would give you.
Dealer badge. That's what I want.
That's what I would give you. I'm a dealer, bro. That's what I do.
Okay. Early access? I can come in before other people?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Do either of you shop at 5K Toys? Okay. Sorry.
No. Shut up.
5K Toys, that's a legit site. Yeah. They have, if I recall correctly, they have their own lines of stuff. So you could, I got a Punisher figure, but it wasn't called Punisher. It was called, they're not well, I guess they're kind of knockoffs, but they're quality things. Like I got a Rorschach figure that's really awesome that they called the Watcher or something, and it looks really good. And the Punisher figure was called Punishment Guy or something. I don't know. But this store is completely legit and sells really good stuff.
I'll definitely check it.
Yeah. Gameplay. White Rabbit. Oh, okay. White Rabbit had a good-sized role in the recent Zeb Wells Amazing Spider Run, which I think gets too much hate. Okay, Sazmurf, you and I have some similar taste. I like that White Rabbit had a good run. Keep the Sentinels and ignore the proximities. Those Sentinels are awesome. Uh-oh.
That crossed my mind. That was part of the... That was definitely because I had a custom shelf built too, man. I paid like $1,200 for a custom shelf, but I don't know if the shelf is big enough now because they kept releasing more proximity pieces. That's another consideration.
Well, AC might be right. Just keep those Sentinels were boss. They have X-Men figures that come stuck on them, right?
Yeah, and like in some of the instances, you could have bought the figures individually, but like Juggernaut was not available individually. A couple of them, you could only get with the Sentinel.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Kane and Josh are talking back and forth about games, so that's cool. I saw an awesome Creature from the Black Lagoon figure at a local Best Buy the other day. It was like $35. Was tempted.
I can't believe we live in a world where Best Buy has fucking toys and not Blu-rays. What is this? I never even thought of that until right now.
Yeah, they don't have steelbooks anymore. I was pissed I couldn't get a steelbook of Barbie from there. It was ridiculous.
I just had to pre-order. Oh, if nobody knew this, Batman 1989 just got, or on the 28th, it's coming out on 4K for the first time, and you can pre-order it on Amazon. I would have absolutely been at Best Buy 9 o'clock day of. Let me buy that from you. Can't do it anymore.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I think with comics, it's easier to reread. Toys, good part of it is the hunt. Before things were getting reprinted, I had a blast hunting for comics for collected editions.
That's honestly one of my favorite parts about traveling in my vehicle is that I stop at every comic store I can wherever I'm going. It is absolutely a blast.
So fun. The stuff you can find is so great.
I like, and like I was saying earlier with meeting people from the chat, like I like meeting other comic shop owners. Like I'm very straightforward. Like, hey, you own a shop? I don't own a physical store, but I'm in the business too, and I love talking that side of it with different people. Everybody fucking hates Penguin. I found that out. Everybody.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. That is like the common denominator in LCSs.
That they just ship damaged stuff.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, let me unhook so I can show you the stat.
Yeah, let's do it. Oh, you're probably gonna get there in a minute, but somebody just mentioned that Walmart is a big player in the steelbooks now. Yes.
Oh, they are?
Also, I'm very surprised I'm saying this because I don't like to pump Walmart at all. And I know you're not into anime. Their anime section has actually gotten pretty good too. If you're into anime, I would check Walmart. I was surprised. That's all I'll say.
I have a backlog of anime that I haven't gotten to yet, that Geo's gotten me into. Here are the Iron Studios figures that I own.
Oh,
here's Emma.
Uh-huh.
And then Scarlet Witch. Uh-oh, I just knocked something over. Oh, it's just a little Harley. Look at that magic.
Oh, that's the 1/10 scale. Yeah,
that's what these are.
Yeah, that's the proximity piece. Yeah, I love
it.
That.
Is. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
This is an Iron too, but it's still a cool X-23. She's standing on a sentinel head.
Yeah, that's sick.
Okay, let's take a look at the statues, and then I'll go back to the small room since people seem to dig it. Let's see. Here is the Harley figure that I kept. That's not good. Whoop. I have her lit. How about from here? There, you can see her better there.
Oh, yeah.
She's on skates.
Which Harley design do you like? Do you like that kind of version, or do you like the original, more jester version? Like, what do you?
I like this version better. Yeah.
Okay.
But I'll show you a jester version that I own in just a sec. Here, let's see if I can get this Rogue. This Rogue is my fave. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a quarter scale. That thing's beautiful.
She's just wrecked the danger room.
I like that.
And the thing I like most, I don't know if you can tell, is her face just looks so lifelike.
Yeah, they can do a lot more detail with them quarter scales. I agree with you on that. That's tight.
And then Red Sonja is here.
That's cool. That's the best one. That's badass.
Thank you. That's why I kept it. She's standing on a snake that she just split in half. And here's Harley. This is a tweeter head.
Oh, yeah, there we go. I like that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Okay. Oh, and then the first ones I ever got from Sideshow. Move my chair out of the way. I think I can turn a light on. Let's see. I can't see. Can you see Gwen there?
Yep. Yeah, you got her.
And then Mary Jane and Black Cat. And then there's some more jester costume of Harley. Can you see that?
Yeah. I like the other one better because she had the gun. I like the gun.
Yeah, she had a gun and a blaster jetpack.
that's so comical.
Which you can see. Yeah, you can see here.
Yeah, I like that. I like that one.
Okay, and we can go into the other room. And I'll show you the newly put together bookshelf of shame. I used to have a stack of shame, but I bought. Oh, and here's one a Build-A-Figure you're really going to want. Sauron.
Yes, that is. I was thinking last night, I wish they would do a deluxe re-release. They should.
They probably will.
Yeah, that figure is badass.
They've redone Kingpin and they've redone Space Venom. I feel like they've done Joe Fixit. Yeah, so Sauron might be in there, and same with Lizard. But let me pull back. This is where the Booster Green section was. This is now all.
Oh yeah,
the bookshelf of shame. It's double stacked.
Love that.
So these are the books I need to be reading, like right away.
Saw them Spider-Man 2099 Omnis down there.
Yeah, down here.
Yup. Sick.
These are all the books new that I've gotten in the past year. I like to keep them out, separate from before I file them, so I know they're new and that people are really going to want either reviews or overviews of them.
That's
Actually,
sick.
I don't think I did an overview of this.
Is that the Straczynski one or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why didn't I do? I should have done it, and I didn't do an overview of these two. Oh no, I did of Devil's Reign, but not Judgment Day. So yeah, in back you can see other things that I know that are back there. I've taken a picture of them, so I know it's back there. Here's my Mezco shelves with Mezco figures. I still have to set up these Batman ones. And here's my Mezco Marvel shelf.
Hey, Mezco and Mafex are the same thing, right?
No, Mezco's, they're both different.
Oh, geez.
Mezco, some of these figures here are let's see. Can you see this okay?
Yeah, actually you can.
Dr. Fate, Wonder Woman, and Constantine are Mezco.
Okay.
That's a McFarlane. That's a McFarlane. And then back there, you can't really see Demon Knight, but he's a McFarlane. This is my Justice League Dark shelf. Mezco's pricier. This is also a Mezco. This Wonder Woman, is she? Yeah.
Do you like do you dig the mixed media, like when the clothing is soft and the capes are soft? Do you like that or no?
I like it when they're wired like these are.
That I agree with. I don't like Constantine's jacket. I don't like his jacket. Constantine's, how it's like so soft looking.
I can move it a little bit. I can't without knocking them over, but
yeah.
Yeah, but these capes are wired, and Moon Knight's cape is wired to the max.
I think that Magneto Mafex one is like that too from the videos I've seen.
Yeah. And this Cyclops lights up so you can see his power beam really well.
That's sick.
Yeah, and there's Spidey 2099, and so I got Mr. Freeze, Batman, and Two-Face that are gonna be set up here. I don't know why.
What Batman is it? Does it like have like a, I don't know, is it like a Batman Year One? Is it Dark Knight Returns? Is it New 52?
It's called Batman Supreme Knight.
Okay.
Looks like that.
Looks pretty badass.
He's standing on a gargoyle in this. So, yeah.
Hey, that just made me realize something. I got to swap one of my names for my top 5. Norm Brayfogle should be in my top 5.
Yeah.
He's my favorite Batman artist.
So, yeah. So here we are in the small room. That's my Superman door. And, oh, these are the doors of spiders that are going to be. See how blank they are?
Yeah,
that looks blank for long. You're looking at the blank canvas right here.
Mm-hmm.
Spiders climbing up to save whoever I put in jeopardy.
Right.
Freddy's responsible for that because Freddy constantly puts his heroes in the death grip of villains. And I never thought of that. I thought, yeah, I should be a bad guy too, like Freddy. Putting them in danger. Right. And then these are up top, those are Kota Bayuka. If you can see the Kota Bayukas with Rebirth behind them. This is the problem with DC. With Marvel, I could pretty much set things up according to format.
Yeah.
DC, just I can't do that. They don't have a format. There's like they don't have like a deluxe line. Some things come out in deluxe and then everything else comes out in standard hardcover. So I can't really, plus these are Billy shelves, and so things are different.
Yeah.
Like here's some DC deluxes here, but then it goes over and it shifts because I needed bigger space for these art books.
Yeah, I know what you mean with DC, man. It's frustrating.
And then wait, let me see what my Little Nemo books are. Little Nemo. Oh no, that's not a tap. Wait. Oh. It was this Little Nemo.
That's pretty big for a Little Nemo.
Look how big this thing is. It's as tall as my knee.
Yeah, that's huge.
But I don't think it's a Taschen. This is the one that I spilled my Coke on my computer when it knocked. I tried to show it.
It's because it's too big.
Yeah, I shouldn't have been doing it in the first place. Oh, here's Omnibo. He's going to be a guest on the show in a couple weeks. Good to see you, Omnibo. Speaking of Catwoman, I did order that Black Label book, Jess, and several other people praised. Looking forward to reading it. That would be... Oh, I pulled it right out. Catwoman Lonely City.
Oh, yeah. That book.
Everyone needs to go watch my review and ranking of Black Label oversized hardcover books that I just put out a couple weeks ago. Good for you, Doug. Let me be the bad guy. Got a second, Johnny? Just get both. I don't think he has that option.
Yeah, man, maybe I got both right now. That's for sure.
That's true. I got a lot of statues wish lists. My most recent is Kotobukiya Black Cat, which was a Christmas birthday gift from one of the amazing friends. That's nice. Kotobukiya Black Cat. Kotobukiya makes really good figures.
Do they also make statues? Because I feel like there was a Venom Carnage statue set, and that name is looking so familiar, like that was the company.
Well, those kind of statuey figures that I showed you up there of like the Justice League or the Bat Family, rather.
Yeah, those were statues. They weren't like figures.
Yeah. Okay. And they put out, Kotobukiya does some other stuff, but then they also put out a lot of anime looking maybe like Batwoman or figures. Kotobukiya, I think, has a line that Omar has about 12,000 of, which is like anime girls and stuff that I wouldn't recognize, but he knows.
Dude, when I was at his place earlier or last year, dude, that dude does have a lot of toys. Like, holy shit, bro.
Yeah, it's cases, incredible.
Like display cases full of, like you're saying, like these anime women. And I'm like, I don't know who any of these people are.
And then he has stuff that he can't even display. It's in boxes and tubs.
Oh, that's my problem now too. I'm with you on that. Do you have that problem, or have you narrowed everything down enough to where most is out and on display?
I'm still I'm still curating. Last year I curated all my books and sold what was extraneous. This year I'm dedicating it to toys, what I'm not going to be, what I don't have room for anymore. And then next year is going to be albums.
Oh, nice. You
I'm
let me know
amazed.
when you're curating that album collection, buddy.
I doubt it's going to be anything you want. I'm not selling any of my punk. I can promise you that.
Yeah, we're good. Yep, that's all I'd want.
Yeah. I'm amazed you were able to generate enough money for health insurance by selling books. Whenever I sell something, it's at a loss or a slight profit compared to what I paid. Well, it's interesting. I had a meeting in 2014. I made a good friend at an Annapolis comic book show. He's an airline pilot. At the time, he worked for the Pentagon for the Air Force, and now he's an airline pilot. And we started talking about investment books. And that's when I bought the 5 Wolverine 181s from him in grades from 7.5 up to 9.4. And so he said, the best thing for you to do right now is to buy Marvel keys for the next few years. Just buy either raw or graded Marvel keys. And he steered me away from DC. I figured this guy was the guy who knew. We had an immediate rapport. We became friends. And so I started buying in 2014 all the way up to about 2019. And then I said, that's enough. My plan, I had a rolling 5-year plan. Like if everything went up by 8 to 10% a year, conservatively, then I would be able to sell them in like rolling 5-year periods for health insurance and stuff like that. And then the pandemic happened and I got like a 10 years return in.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah. And I just sold almost everything in 2020 and 2021.
Have you seen some of the losses that those books have taken this year?
Ooh, yeah.
Like, I mean, some things have dropped to like 85%. Like, I'm not fucking kidding.
I know.
Literally. Yeah. It's wild.
Yeah, it's dangerous. The market has crashed hard.
Yeah.
But I was able to generate enough from 2020 to 2024 for health insurance. But it was planned. So, I mean, without him, I wouldn't have been able to do it. And
when you said you were buying them as investment pieces, was the investment for health insurance, or was it just whatever comes my way, I'll be ready for it?
It was
for that. Okay, that's smart.
It was it was for health insurance, and if
smart.
I had,
I mean, I'm not just saying that because I think we just got delayed again. Sorry about that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it was for health insurance, and if anything was left over, then it would be for travel. But health insurance got so expensive the last 2 years, private health insurance, that it pretty much drained everything I had. So, I mean, I still have some good books that I have put away. I have like 5 key pieces put away that maybe the prices will return in 5 years. So we'll just wait and see. I'm in no hurry to sell them. And then I have, that's really about it.
Do you have any copies of Gambit as the first Gambit is Death? Because I hear that one's popping off right now.
I did sell it. I had it. I sold it.
Get the fuck out. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah. I can't remember what it was graded at, but I did.
Oh, this one actually is popping up. I can't believe I just have one of these sitting right here next to me. This is this
I have that still. I still have that.
Yeah, I got the newsstand copy too. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. What's it going for?
I think the last few days it's gone up more because of that X-Men 97 post-credit scene, is what I've seen.
Spoiler.
Yeah.
Okay, well, I'll check it out. It's probably time for me to sell that.
Needs to. I'm sorry. I do love that this has become my life, where there's just like the other day my cousin was over and we were upstairs and like there's just like piles of books. I don't even know what they are. I like turned one over. It was a Ninja Turtles #1 3rd print. I'm like, oh dude, hold this, and he did. I'm like, that's like a $600 book, and he's just like, what the fuck? I'm like, I know, it's just like sitting around my house. Like, I don't know, it's crazy.
Do you want to know what I had at one time? I had first print Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
You can tell me a first print, I'm gonna fall over. God,
I had it.
That's so sick, dude. Did you buy it off the shelf or? Whoa.
No, I bought it graded from my comic book dealer. Within 6 months, it doubled, and it paid for a year of health insurance, and I had to let it go. Had I held on to it, maybe it would. Maybe since it's a book that is so hard to find, it may have held its value, but
yeah,
it doubled in 6 months, and I paid a lot for it, and he gave me a lot back for it, and I had to pay health insurance. I mean, there's just no way around it.
Hey, like I was saying earlier, it got you through that time. Like, you made the right choice. Like, I'm serious. Like, that is how you have to look. Because, dude, I do that same thing where, like, sometimes I look at Omnis that, like, I held on to for a year. They never went up in value. I sold them at a loss. And then, like, a year later, they shoot up and they're triple price. And you can't, like, you just can't, like, shoot yourself in the foot. I've learned that. Like, you really can't do it.
Yeah.
I don't know. You get it. I don't know
yeah,
how to explain.
That's one thing my guy always says to me is never look back. Yeah,
no, you wouldn't be here today without doing those decisions. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. And I thanked him. I said, you helped me get through, you helped me afford health insurance. I don't know how I would have done it otherwise. Let's see. Sergeant Savage. Okay. This is the important thing. I just got a 40-ounce milkshake delivered with my burger. Sergeant Savage, where are you that you are getting a 40-ounce milkshake delivered with your burger? That is astonishing. I like that Melanie got the better badge. Yeah,
I was just thinking they didn't even have that. Sorry, there is a delay. I don't mean to keep like interrupting it.
It's fine. Go ahead. What were you saying?
There's just a delay. Dude, even at the Dairy Queen, we didn't even have a 40-ounce shake. I'm positive 30 was the biggest, and that's absurd.
40 is crazy.
That's
what
huge.
Flavor and where are you? What's the name of the place? What kind of burger did you get? I want to know all about it.
What flavor milkshake?
Yeah. And what do you get? What'd you get on your burger? Dude, if I ever make it to Chicago, you better let me stay to work the booth with you. I don't care about getting to shop around the floor. I'd love to just chill with you and make sales. Look, you've got your intern that you've been looking for.
I was just going to say, did you know I'm looking for an employee? Yeah, that's the thing. I kind of think I found the person already, to be honest.
Oh, good.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a buddy of mine, but he seems interested enough. So he's going to come over Monday and do some stuff with me, and we'll see how it goes. So I'm excited. Very cool.
Talking about comic book men, Brian was just there to make fun of Ming. Ming caught a lot of crap on that show.
Yeah, which is, I don't think that would fly today. You know what I mean? Which is crazy because it's not that long ago, but like, I don't think that would fly today.
They really did make, they did make fun of Ming a lot. Walmart is a big player in steelbooks now. Okay, that's good to know. I think there must be something wrong with me. I love comics and have no interest in toys, and I am only in my late 50s. There's not a darn thing wrong with you, Lars. I think it's great. You love comics. That's enough.
Yeah.
Comics is where it's at. We just happen to like toys a little bit. But there's nothing wrong with you. You know that. Oh, Deja Thoris. Why did you bring that up? Do you know who Deja Thoris is? Johnny?
No, I don't, actually.
Okay, wait. I'm in the room where she is. Let me get a picture of her. I've got tons of her books. That's not a good one. Deja. Yeah, here. This is perfect. Okay, let me.
Okay. It is a character. Yeah. I'm familiar. Yeah.
Now check out how scantily clad she is.
She is.
Very. So this is about, I forget when this was now. Maybe the chat can tell me. Sasmurf is reminding me of this because if you go to Sideshow Collectibles and look up Deja Thoris, it's been sold out for years now and is like worth $1,300 on eBay.
Okay.
Okay, I got to be quiet because my wife's upstairs.
It was super scantily clad, but it was gorgeous. There was so much attention to detail on this thing. It was amazing. And so it was, I don't think it was, as far as sideshow statues go, it wasn't that much. It was $300 or $400, and which sideshow, that's not that much. And I had the Dosh at the time. So I ordered it, I paid for it there, and they usually say non-refundable deposit. So there was a non-refundable deposit on that thing of like $40.
Yes.
And I said, I want it shipped to the local UPS hub so I can go pick it up and bring it home. And I had done that before with other statues. So I knew it would work. So I get the message in my email, your Dejathoris is shipped. And I go, okay, great. Then about 2 weeks go by and I see in my email, and usually UPS alerts me or Sideshow alerts me, and I go pick it up. So I got the email I got was basically, you never picked it up from UPS. They shipped it back to us. We have credited the full amount of money, including your non-refundable deposit. And I was like, what? And I realize now that I totally dodged a bullet, because there's no way there I could display this thing ever, anywhere. Not if it's in a closet, she'd have found it. Anywhere, there was nowhere to put it. And so I realized I super dodged a bullet on that one, because she had nothing on, and it was way inappropriate for me to have. It would have been, she would have told me to send it back anyway. And so UPS did me a favor by not contacting me.
Was it more scantily clad than that cover? Is that what you're implying?
Oh yes, she had the bikini on, but not much else. And depending on the writer, these are actually really good comics. I'm not going to deny there's the Cheesecake Factor. Everybody knows I love cheesecake. But these are actually really, Dynamite puts out a good product with Dejathoris, Vampirilla, Red Sonja. They do they do a really good job.
Hey, am I able to skip for 2 minutes and run to the bathroom real quick?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead. I'll catch up on people in the chat.
Sounds good.
Okay, that was the you like Magic of my 1 in 10s. Nice. Yes, Max Disappointment was there. Send me the Rat Queens and I'll give you all the notes you need. Just now, I am not sending you Rat Queens. That Shelf of Shame is bigger than a lot of people's entire collection. Here's the thing. I have no comeback to that. You're right. There's no excuse. So excited for new BaturDays. Haven't tuned in for a while. Taylor looks different than usual. Yeah. Saw those Pet Avengers OHCs. Oh, I'll pull them up for you right here. You can get these still, Sergeant Savage, at the Bezos site. These are oversized hardcovers, and they're super boss. I mean, they're completely wrapped. I'm just assuming. Oh no, this one's not wrapped. I got this one used from Half Price Books. You want to take a look? Let me show you some of the art. This is Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers Unleashed, and this one is just Lockjaw and the Pet Avengers. So let's take a look at some of the art. Oh, it looks great already. Oh, look at this with Throg.
I'm back.
Okay, just a sec. I'm showing art from the Pet Avengers books.
Nice.
Oh, look how good this looks. Actually, this is going to be a good read. Okay. Whoops, let me take me off. Yoink. Grade Tour. Thank you, Omnibo. Do you have Mezco 1 in 12 Superman? I do not. I have. I had to stop getting Mezcos. They were really expensive. They were, you know, for a figure that's 140 or something. Let's see. I have Cable. Let's see. Oh, here's an SA Arch. Uh-oh. Let's see if I can get this without tipping everything over. SH Figure Arts Iron Man.
Oh shit, that's tight. I have not seen that.
I've got Cable, Wolverine. That's one I'm really glad I got. Cable, Iron Man, a couple of Spider-Man men. I think a couple of Spider-Man. That's really it. But I have to add up there. Spider-Man. What's this one? Iron Man, Spider-Man. I have 3 Spider-Man, 2 Iron Men, a Wolverine.
Is Wolverine yellow suit or brown suit?
Gambit. Ooh, there's a Gambit. Yeah.
Nice.
What about yellow suit?
Is it yellow or brown suit Wolverine? Yellow. Yep.
Yellow. Yeah.
Wait, is that the one that has the from the animated series, the picture of Scott and Jean that he like rubs?
No, that's a different one. I know what you're talking
about, right?
Yeah, that's not from Mezco, I don't think. Okay. I know exactly what you're talking.
That's so sick that they made that. That's like the best.
I saw a bunch of memes this week with Morph sitting there with a picture of Wolverine.
Yeah. So wait. I just want to make sure. Am I picking up like Morph is into Wolverine, right? That's what we're getting. I love it.
That's why he showed up as Jean Grey at Wolverine.
Well, if you remember, in like I think it's the first episode when he like turns into Sabretooth and like tackles Wolverine like in the forest. It's just the two of them out there. I don't know. It just the way he did it even was kind of like, ooh, that looked kind of sexual. I think you're into Wolverine. I'm glad they did that.
I'm pretty sure he's into Wolverine, and he's the funniest character. They wrote him some really funny lines. I love Morph. I don't think I have a Morph. Those X-Men 97 characters, the action figures have gotten especially Rogue, have gotten impossible to find.
It's like $100 on eBay. I just saw that. Yeah, dude. When they first came out, they had the whole wave at my local Target, and like I had Magneto and Wolverine in my cart, and then for whatever reason put them back. I was like, nah, I don't feel like spending $50 now. What a stupid decision.
Well, I mean, who knew X-Men 97 was going to be the best thing Marvel had done in 3 years?
You're not kidding. I was worried about it. Like I didn't think it was going to be this good. But dude, I knew by the end of the first episode, I was like, holy shit, they're going to nail this. There was no doubt in my mind.
Yeah. Let's see. Oh, let's see. Oh, Grass Cutter. Yes, I have Grass Cutter here. Along with the other great artists, Mark Schultz, Dave Stevens, Grass Cutter, a bunch of other big books, Bruce Timm, Big T's. The real Bruce Timm, Naughty and Nice, not the censored edition. DC Comics Art of Adam Hughes. And then Drawing Pretty Girls. That's all the cheesecake section. Scalped. Lights, sheets, delicates. Oh, let me see. I think I have. There's Prey. What were the other books? Prey and
Shaman and Venom are the ones that are super out of print. Gothic's the one that gets reprinted regularly.
Okay, I have. Where's Venom? I know I have it. Why aren't they together? Shaman, I don't think I have, but I know I have Venom. See, I really do need to get better organized here because I know I have Venom, but I don't think I have Shaman.
Yeah,
here's this section.
Oh, dude, I love that you have the Joker and Batman, the leather-bound books, the stacked deck, and the Frank Miller Batman. I see those right there.
Yeah,
I have those too. Those are so sick. I like stumbled on those before, like I was part of like the community. Like, I mean, 10, 12 years ago, I got those at a half price books. Those are Just cool books, man. Nothing
They
else
are-
like.
yeah, they're really cool. So then I have this stuff, and then there's the remender shelf down here of all of his large size stuff. And then here's my goon section with the goon figures.
Those are pretty hard to find, right? Those books. Am I right about that?
Yeah, he's put them. I think he's released them in different format now.
Yeah.
And I got these figures in the blister pack, and of course I broke them open because I wanted to pose them, and they're like $200 now each if I had left them in the blister pack. But if I did that, I wouldn't have the goon right here.
Yeah, it's cool to have them out.
Yeah. I love those DC New 52 figures. Here's where I have the DC 52 line set up in the window that lets no light in. Okay. Not fair. Marvel is just a big mess. I'm looking at my X-Men shelf. Awful mess. Okay, I'll show you my X-Men shelf that Peter M helped me fix. I have to move some stuff out of the way.
Dude, I have that same freaking sign on my wall. The Kapow sign. I just saw you walk past it. I got the same thing.
Oh yeah, my wife got me these.
Is it tin? Is it like made out of tin?
No, these are cardboard.
Okay. It's
Like
like
that?
yeah, the Kapow one. I got the same freaking looking thing. Interesting.
Those are cardboard.
I like them.
Okay, let's see. My X-Men shelf, my X-Men. Oh, I really have to move things to get this, but I'll set it up so it's good. Let me highlight this. This is what Peter M. Oh, I wasn't doing the touchpad. Okay, so here we go. This is all the handiwork of Peter M. The next episode will be the FOMO episode, and he has told me he wants to be on it with me and Freddie, but he's had an awful lot of work going on for very fine condition and some dumb poll. Whoop. Okay. So here we are. Reign of X. You're missing Trials of X in there. And then I just kept, even though the stories are in the anthology,
Yeah.
I wanted the hardcovers too, because I'm insane. So here's the hardcovers. Yeah, I love them.
Did the trades go farther than the hardcovers or vice versa?
Sorry?
Did the trade paperbacks go farther than the hardcovers or vice versa?
The trades went further.
Okay.
And they only did a few hardcovers: Hellions, 2 Marauders, 2 Excalibur, a Cable, 2 Wolverines, I think a third's coming out, 2 X-Force. The only oversized hardcovers that are being released, I believe, is a 3rd Wolverine, a 4th Fantastic Four.
Yeah, that one I've heard about. You're right about that.
Fantastic Four from Slot.
Yeah, but everyone finishes that run.
And Jason Aaron's 1, 2, 3, 4, a 5th Jason Aaron oversized hardcover. Those are the last 3 hardcovers coming out, which is very sad.
Dude, if I'm being honest, I actually like the OHC size more than Omnis. I wish the Omnis were broken apart into small, like they were thinner like that. That would be ideal. That is the format I would want.
I 100% agree. OHC is my preferred format.
Do you how do you feel about letters pages? Like necessary, unnecessary? What are your thoughts?
I think they're a fun bonus if they can fit them in. I know everybody likes seeing stuff like John Byrne as a 17-year-old writing into Spider-Man or something. Those are fun to see.
Hell yeah, they are.
Yeah.
I agree.
Robert Reese, this is actually a good thing. We addressed it. As someone who wants to give DC my money because I'm a bigger DC guy than Marvel, same here. The lack of consistency with lack of collected editions drives me up a wall. Same thing here, Robert. The only thing I can speak to, and I think Johnny spoke to it earlier, is that it's the DC Finest thing is a good step. And they're actually, I mean, that Secret Six Omni is a big deal that they're putting it out just because they're putting it out. Just like they put out Phantom Stranger and 2 Question Omnis. That's a big deal that they're taking it more seriously than they did. I can't tell you how happy it made me to see that Secret Six Omni come out, because Gail Simone deserves as much love as possible. I love her as a writer. And that Secret Six run was a blast. And I feel like they have announced an awful lot of good Omnis. Now, putting out Kurt Busiek in a standard, does that drive me crazy? Yeah. And everything else they put out in standard hardcover, I've just gotten over it. I just say, at least we're getting it. Standard hardcover, okay, fine. I'm fine with it. But I really feel like they should have now it could be the reason. I mean, Marvel's cut back on OHCs because of paper costs. That's why they're going to these modern Marvel epics instead. It's strictly a matter of pricing. And so for DC to be putting out any hardcovers and any deluxes is a big deal. I don't understand how much different the price could have been for the Busiek Superman from standard to deluxe. I know people would love the deluxe more. I'm probably going to get it myself, even though I complained about Monsters of the Week. But Johnny said it earlier. They seem to be turning the corner and putting out, at least consistently, it seems like something good is coming out. They're coming out with the first big chunk of Hellblazer, all the first issues from not Mike Carey. Who's the first writer of Hellblazer? Well, whoever it was. Jamie Delano.
It's not Garth.
Was it Jamie Delano?
Yeah, I'm wrong.
It might have been Jamie Delano, and that's a chunky thing too. So that's good that they're coming out with Hellblazer. They got a Garth Ennis Hellblazer, so we may see a complete thing of of Hellblazer and Omni, and that's a big step. So I feel like they've kind of turned the corner. Hopefully, thank you, James.
One of the things that they definitely do deserve credit for, and I mean, man, for me to be given DC credit is crazy. Dude, the Golden Age Omnis, they plowed through those. You can get the entire Golden Age Batman. Like that to me, the fact that you still can't get the entire Chris Claremont in omnibus form, but you can get Golden Age Batman, like it's another one of those head scratchers that you just go, really? Okay, whatever.
And they need to do that fast with the Silver Age too.
Yeah, you're telling me, dude. I sure hope they're not going to make us wait till the Silver's done to get to Bronze Age Batman. Like, come the fuck on.
Oh, I think they are, and that's why I need them to speed up. I only have so many years left on this earth. I need to get to that 68 to 74 period. When Silver goes right into Bronze.
I'm with you on that, 100%.
Just did you see? I have not posted the link to the Black Cat Kodo figure on Discord. Thank you. Marvel Steel's version, Bishouju color. Is this the Black Cat one? Comic prices have crashed. It makes it a great time to
Yes,
buy.
it does. That is true. It is a fluctuating thing, so it will go up. But right now, it's
You can get a
down.
Wolfie 181 for cheap. I would. Thinking about selling my Breaker Cap singles now that I have all the Omnis. I have 1 through 50. Other eBay is such a pain, though. Yes. You are all great at flipping. I just send things to Omar to give away. Oh, yeah. Yeah, but you haven't told us what flavor it is. I'm getting to. Got to your comment.
He did. I saw it. Maybe you didn't get to it yet. It was a chocolate shake, and he said that it was like a flame broiled burger, I believe he said, which sounded really good.
Oh, where did I miss that? Sergeant Savage, where are you? Just a sec. Great tour. Sergeant Savage saw those Pet Avengers, but Sergeant Savage. No, he didn't.
I know.
He didn't say. He didn't say. Comic was right. Yeah. If you could get Wolvie 181s for cheap right now, I'd just get them raw. I don't even know if I'd spend extra to have them graded. Here's Javier. Good to see you, Javier. Yeah, just try and buy him the best shape you possibly can and then get him graded.
Well, and get a good cleaner and presser. Like, that's a real thing. Like, I invest in that. I would. Yeah, I got a whole box of stuff I just got from CGC that came back like way cleaner because I got it clean and pressed. Smart.
Yeah. Oh, here it is. Double cheeseburger. A local flame grilled style burger spot. They just call it the Jumbo Shake. Chocolate shake for the win. Good for you, Sergeant.
What area of the country are you in? What parts can I get that?
Yeah, because he travels a lot. Johnny travels a lot, and maybe he wants that burger and shake. And Josh is right. For Deja Thoris, that was a lot of clothes for her that I showed you. She's fairly scantily clad. Oh, 2020 was when I feel like it might have been 2020 for that Deja Thoris. I've never read a Deja Thoris comic in my life, but I'll never forget that statue. He's in Austin, Texas, which is a happening spot.
Yes, but Austin's pretty far from Dallas, right? I was in Dallas. Oh, you know what? When I was in Dallas, we're talking about the girls and stuff. I got my Jessica Rabbit tattoo. I don't know how to angle it. Man, I get a lot of grief for that from my wife because remember I sent you the picture of it's like the pinup girl, but Jessica Rabbit.
Yeah. Your wife gives you grief for that?
Yeah, well, when you were talking about the scantily clad statue, that's what I was thinking of. Well, dude, this is funny too. At Easter, her mother somehow didn't know I had it, and she was like, at Easter, she's like, "Oh, what's that tattoo?" I'm like, "Oh, this is Jessica Rabbit," and man, I don't think her mom liked it too much either.
This AS says, "Joy Deja Thoris, it was the perfect combination of wearing nothing and just the right thing." Jess, have you seen the Red Sonja Empire of the Damned #1 Virgin exclusive cover variant by Ji Hung Lee? I have not. Pretty boss. Thank you, Kenny. Yeah, I think that's funny. Before the show, everybody was harshing on the fact that she had no butt. Like that matters.
Yeah,
and now you can't even find a 97 Rogue. I have all of X-Men 97 Wave 1 and 2. Good for you.
Which Magneto do you like better? There's no wrong answer. I'm just looking for opinions.
Morph was great, but they forgot to give him a reason to be there other than comic relief. Well, he turned into the Hulk. He turned into a lot of fighters at the very end.
Fantastic. Mr. Fantastic.
Mr. Fantastic.
Yeah. At one point.
Yeah. He was a good fighter.
Oh, wait. Last night on Big Bad Toy Store, somebody must have canceled their pre-order for the Juggernaut Colossus 2-pack because all of a sudden it was available again, and I got it, and then just like that freaking Iron Man book, unavailable. I got the last one.
Nice. Those were rare. Those are rare.
Oh, that was my most wanted one. I'm so happy to be getting that. I love Colossus design. One of my favorite characters as far as design goes. It's cool.
I don't know if my Juggernaut's a Build-A-Figure or if he's just a Juggernaut. I have Juggernaut.
Colossus. I don't think Juggernaut's a Build-A-Figure.
Dude, you know what? The Build-A-Figure Juggernaut's badass though. That one might be cooler than the actual figure.
Well, I'm untethered right now, so let's look at it. I don't actually know. He's pretty big. Burp.
Oh man, I think that's the Build-A-Figure, dude. That thing is sick, dude.
I'm not sure. He has regular legs.
Yeah, maybe not. I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd have to look it up. But either way, it's cool. So if that's the one I'm getting, then great. If it's not, still cool.
Oh, I think what you're getting is really cool. We'll just do this from anywhere.
Ooh. Whenever you get to it, Reaper asked my favorite question to answer about if I have another job. When you get there, make sure you highlight it.
Cycle in the house. What up? What? Okay. I am, yeah. Is that a small Gwenpool figure? Yes. We'll go back over here to my desk. Oh, saw pink books on top of the X-Men shelf. No, my Gwenpool figure's right here. Saw pink books on top of the... Oh, yeah, you saw Gwenpool when I was showing you the X-Men books. Okay, yeah. No, no, my stuff's actually completely organized, Cycle. And I also organized into genre all my albums this week. So now I know where they all are.
That's nice. Did you use the Calyx shelves for the records? Those are nice size for them.
I did, yeah.
Smart. Oh, yeah, you did. Very good. Very nice.
Dying Breed Collectors is an absolutely superb co-host. Can he become a regular on your shows? If he wants to, yeah. I can have. I have a lot of people that want to be on, and I have a lot of people that I'm happy to have on again.
I'll say this.
Omnidog is going to be on in a couple of weeks. Omnidog, go ahead, Johnny.
Whenever Jess asks and I'm available, I'll never say no. So that's my answer to that. Yeah, he does have a lot of people.
You are a good guy.
I mean,
wait,
look at this.
When do I have you? What the heck? Omnibo, when do I have you down for Batter? Oh. June 1st. I have Samantha from New Zealand on in the afternoon and Omnibo on at night, June 1st. Oh, 8 Sea Dog. That's right. The medium skinny Omnis I like even better than the regular OHC. The Jason Aaron Ghost Rider Omni is like 500, pretty perfect size for handling. Any thoughts on the Masterpiece line by Marvel, which includes the ads, letters, and everything?
I dig it.
Well,
Omar just announced them maybe this week, if not 2 weeks ago. Yeah. And they're starting with Secret Wars is the one that I'm interested in.
That's right. I did hear that about that announcement. Hellblazer was Delano. Okay. Letters Pages was fun, especially in Preacher when Garth Ennis was answering the letters, and Grant Morrison Invisibles Volume 1. That's a dream. I don't expect to see a complete Hellblazer run in Omnibus. It's too much content, too many Omnis. Okay, Marcelo. Probably right. Good morning. Good morning. Still going. Fantastic. Wave 1, Magneto red and purple. Wave 2, Magneto is in second place. Ah, here it is.
Hell yeah, it's my full time.
Or is it on top of your main job?
No, I quit my main job years ago, and there ain't nothing anyone could do to ever make me go back. I will. At this point, I don't care how much money I do or don't make. I like being my own boss, and that will supersede me ever working for anybody else again. I love telling that to people. If it's something you're ever interested in, I really recommend it. Like, if that's a desire you have in your life to like work for yourself, I'm telling you, do whatever you can do to make it happen. It's the best thing I've ever done.
Oh my God. I just realized I don't think I ever used that Starbucks card you gifted me last summer as part of our bet.
Yeah, you should do that.
I gotta go back in our chat.
Yeah, it's definitely there. Yeah,
I
get those.
forgot all about it. I have a sad story about this. I have the 18-inch Build-A-Figure Galactus. Had to buy several regular figures. I didn't want to build it, but it was worth it. Very comic accurate. I had that too, Larry. And then when we started moving, it fell over and it broke in half. And not the Build-A-Figure pieces, like the body. It was super brittle. It broke into 3 or 4 pieces. It broke my heart. You're right. That Galactus is a really cool one. That's back when those Build-A-Figures were really boss. I second Johnny being a regular. Cheese is happy about it.
Love it.
Here's Cody. Haven't seen you in a bit, Cody. Good to see you. What is your preferred format of physical comics, Johnny? I think OA or OHC?
Oh, well, if we're talking collected editions, otherwise, I mean, the real answer is original floppies. I will take those over collected editions any day. But I would put the Taschen books at number 1. I would trade all of my Marvel Omnibus if they made Taschen equivalents like that. Not a fan. Actually, I wanted to ask you, what are your thoughts on how do you feel about the restoration? Like the way that things get redone in the Masterworks? Like, let's go with the Masterworks. Like, do you dig the crisping everything up and making it more digital, or do you like what Taschen does where it looks like it's still on newsprint?
I can be a fan of both. I understand why Marvel's restoring them and they're charging more because the restoration process costs money. But I think getting a better comic in the Masterworks line, in the remasterworks. Now the Taschen thing, I also like the old style, just blown up bigger. Mm-hmm. I do dig that too, but I am a fan of the fact that they're remastering, because they're just, I like that it looks better, but they're not recoloring it or anything. It's just a lot crisper and sharper, and it looks better. So I can see how somebody would want both, like me. But I can't afford Taschen anymore. I don't have room for it anymore.
No, I get that.
Larry's bailing. I promise I'm going to put up the book club book tonight. I have a note in front of me. Yeah, I agree with you, Reaper, at 1101. Best way to get a complete run of Hellblazer, get the single issues. Well, I've got them in the collected trade paperbacks. Taschen seems high, then you get one of those books. There's Omnibo, who's going to be here on June 1st. We've been on for 3 hours. We've talked a lot about everything, and I'm going to get you to go to Can of Beams to get all these effects for your figures, because that's where it's at, especially when you collect Spidey figures. Johnny, get that Taschen Frazetta one. Are you a fan of Frazetta?
Yeah. Did I freeze? Can you hear me?
For a sec. Yeah, you're okay now.
Okay, it's still frozen on my end. I am a fan of Frazetta. I don't own that. Actually, sorry, that joke earlier when you mentioned Art Germ, I just almost called him Artigim. I told you I had that like inside joke with the guy at the comic shop I worked at. He is like the biggest Frank Frazetta fan I've ever met in my life. So I would bet he has it. I'm just sharing that story. There's no point to it. It's just he's like the biggest Frank Frazetta freak I've ever met. So I would check in with him and see if he's got it.
Frazetta, how much is that book?
Do you think?
I don't know, but he did pass away, right? In like 2020. That was him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a
Yeah.
lot of his stuff is still pricier because of that. I do, even the collected editions. Because I don't think a lot of that stuff gets high print runs or reprints. You know.
Yeah. Johnny sent you the Black Swordsman trailer on Instagram.
I saw that. Thank you, Josh. I do appreciate it. I will check that as soon as we're done. I'm gonna go and
Looks rad.
check out a spliff like Jess was talking about and watch that trailer. Find out what that's about.
It's good to have you here. Oh yeah, you woke up to BaturDays live. Good morning, Johnny from Finland. When
Nice.
Aaron's away, tell him I said hello. Aaron is his young son who loves comics.
I'm glad to see they have Johnny's on the other side of the world, man. I'm really glad that we're making it around.
Yeah, we got Australia from Omnidog. We got Finland from Johnny. We got Norway from Lars. Marcelo's in Mexico.
We had a couple Canadians, right?
A couple of Canadians. Munin, I think. I'm going to get it wrong. Where Munin lives. I always want to say Germany, but I think it's the Netherlands. I'm so sorry.
I also assume Germany because it sounds like Munich. That's definitely.
I know, but I think it's the Netherlands.
Yeah.
I always use these long streams to do my house chores. I'm finally halfway through organizing my guest bedroom. I'll need a second session to finish, though. Yes, we have a worldly community, especially in the 1 o'clock shows. That's when we get a lot of people from around the world, like our Israeli correspondent Bar and lots of people.
And we have a Texan that here, which Texas is like its own country, bro. Like that place is wild. It's huge.
Yeah. Well, we had Sergeant Savage
from Austin.
Yeah.
I think that's where Robert's from too.
We used Frazetta's Death Dealer as our logo when I was in the first Cav. Wow. Sergeant Savage. Thank you for serving.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Awesome. Appreciate seeing you. Frazetta passed in the 90s. The book is $200, but got it half on their sale. Oh boy, that would be the one.
Who died in
we
2020?
We lost a lot of people in these past 4 years. We lost an awful lot of creators.
I know, but there's someone I'm thinking of specifically. I gotta find it because they did a Turtles cover that I had in here. I had a 9/8 of it. I just gotta look it up real quick.
Well, the fans want you back, so we will definitely be getting you back. There is a link in the description below to Johnny's IG. And here's just another gentle reminder for those of you who want to save money at Organic Price Books. Use code Omnidog for $2 off. Big savings, 5% off shipping. 4 more books together. Omnidog set. It's 5 in the morning where Lars is. Good heavens. Another Texan. Yes, please invite Johnny back. You seem to be very popular. James, coming up with your links. So go to see what Dying Breed has going on Instagram. If you're at a big con, he's going to be set up there selling all kinds of things. 5 in the morning there. Woofa. And he's in San Antonio. A lot of Texans tonight. Yeah. Did I say AS was from Houston? So yeah, we'll get Johnny back on since he was such a great guest. And I'm sure in another few months he'll have more great stories. And his hair will be a completely different color. So that'll be good. We always like it. Yeah, it's okay. We can see you right now. We can't. Can you say something? Oh, yeah. We've actually lost you. Yeah, that's all right. The show's over. It's okay. You picked a good time to have the show over. Johnny, it's been great having you.
You're a great guest. The chat dug you, and they want you back. So we will definitely have that happen. And check me out on Instagram. I occasionally post there. And join my Discord where things are really, really happening. And Kane, of course, is there. And she's kind of takes care of everybody down in there. Makes sure they're behaving themselves, which I appreciate. Thank you, Kenny, for being here. Always love having you. Thank you, James. And peace and love. Peace and love. I appreciate everybody here. Johnny, it's been great having you. And I'll end the stream with my BaturDays theme song, Peace and Love, Peace and Love. Whoops, I don't want to end it yet. I want to do this.
BaturDays, BaturDays, BaturDays. Omnidog in the miniature of comics. Talk forever, get right your ergonomics. Taking questions from the chat. With a name like that, you think they talk more about the past. BaturDays, BaturDays,